So, Dan, have you watched the last episode?
I have watched the last episode.
Cool. Oh my god, you're not playing the fucking goose. You don't get a honk.
Yeah, and besides, it was more of a honk.
It was a surprisingly good honk, I do have to say. He's quite good at a goose honk, it turns out.
Yeah. What they say about Andy?
Shit-faced.
When is
I mean-
he?
Also true.
I don't know if there's a correlation between the two or not. I guess we'll find out next time he turns up sober.
Oh dear. Also, Sam, while I got you, how does the bot work then? Is it dash join and then it joins and then I dash play and make it play a YouTube
No.
video, or
You can
No?
literally just go into bot requests, type minus, like dash space play, and then just the whatever.
Cool, because this should work for background music. Let's see if it works.
Yeah.
It would help if I don't have the bot muted, let's be honest.
I had the same thing.
Like, I'm literally trying to test it, and is it actually working?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had it way down low, even when I unmuted it, so that's fine. Good, that should serve as suitably creepy background music. Let me get the rest of the music I've got sorted out for this one. Look, I did music, guys.
Colour
There
me
it
in black.
is. Let me tab it there. I would, but neither you or I will know what color it is.
Forget that Dom's colorblind.
Yeah, because I've just spent years shifting it onto Sam's.
Yeah.
I'm getting away with it. Okay, right. Are we all good to go then? Apart from what the fuck is that? Sam?
What's what?
What you've just put in chat?
Have we been
Oh,
chat?
I clicked on the sickle strike of your Orc Shaman and it did that.
What?
Just the last thing I can see in the chat is you doing a sickle strike with an Orc
yeah.
Shaman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can do that too.
What if I do it? What does it do?
And I can
Doing
click
what?
It's okay. It's because I spent. All right, you need to appreciate this. I have color coded the NPCs, and I have made lots of them with different art for each one, and then realized afterwards I'd set all of them to have all their roles be public. So I had to go back and manually change each one like a little bitch. So
Hilarious.
there's some stuff up there that now should be set to be hidden, but you know.
Lovely.
All right, are we good to start then?
Yeah.
All right, very well then. So, Dan, just for consistency, you'll be introduced very, very early. Don't worry about that. You didn't go on that first mission though. You have joined the Evil League of Evil for your own reasons. You went through a similar initiation, but we'll say, for sake of argument, you actually ranked slightly higher than these chuckle fucks. So, you got to join a proper group and have done like a real mission kind of thing. You're like actually competent.
Is he
And
getting
have
moved
you-
down a set to come
I
be with
mean,
us?
You can either think of it as getting moved down or being promoted to management. Choice is kind of yours.
Move down.
Are you level 6, by the way? I didn't actually check.
I am level 5.
Do you want to quickly level yourself up to level 6 while we do this? I'll let
I
you
will do that.
do that. Right. So, having finished your successful negotiation with the Good League of Good, you make your way back to the city of Hammerfall. Yes.
I remembered.
You remembered, yes. For the sake of memory, this is what Hammerfall looks like, or at least what it looked like when you left. Obviously, in the day or so that you've been gone, there's been some slight changes that have happened, and you arrive at a camp outside that has quite clearly been set up for the new initiates to the Evil League of Evil. You see numerous people waving you in. They take the cart from you. The undead thralls go off and nose around and do their own thing. Can I get a perception check from everyone? And Richard, you get advantage actually. And Sam, how tall are you?
I am
You're
10
massive.
foot, 10'2".
Yeah, you also get advantage.
Pretty sure I get advantage.
I
No,
didn't-
insight. No, it's insight. Never mind.
I was gonna say like, I don't think I gave you advantage. Okay, all right, fair enough. That's quite good then. Okay. Right. So what have we got? Okay. So as
Oh,
you're arriving, you see
hang on.
that the
Sorry, I'll be
yeah.
right back. I just realised that I ate chilies with my tacos and didn't wash my fingers and then licked one of them. Ha! I'm gonna go
he's just touched his dick. Really, he says licked
Yeah.
one of them, but he's just touched his dick. Like
Yep.
I'm gonna go rub my eyes. No, I'm not gonna do that.
he's gonna go rub his
I'm
dick.
gonna go
yeah.
rub my
He's
penis.
gonna go pick his ass.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go wash my hands. Ow! It burned.
To be fair, it's more in character for him not to be here. I'll just give some background stuff while he's away picking his ass. Then, so when you arrive, you find that instead of the previously just kind of shambling about corpses, they are now starting to regiment themselves, and there's quite clearly an army forming outside the gates. Being that it's an army that doesn't really need supply lines or anything like that, they don't seem overly concerned with tents and everything like that. It's merely just ranks and ranks of undead. But wait, why is your name Dicky McDickface?
It's just my.
Okay, sorry. Yes. Actually, can you just change yourselves to your characters like Ed has done? It's much easier. So Finn, you actually notice being small and low enough to the ground, and actually Varen also spots this. But in amongst the ranks of the undead, while most of them seem to be stood in very, very organised regiments, they actually appear to be kind of clustered around in various groups. And you notice that a significant amount of the undead appear to be actually just tending to a garden that they've built kind of in the middle of their regiments. They appear to be growing some root vegetables. Not entirely certain why, but that's about all I have in terms of flavour. I'm just really waiting for Sam to get back now. I was thinking this might be a shorter thing.
Does this mean Finn can get a gardening badge as well as the evil badge?
I was
while he's
just
here?
about to
I
ask
mean,
if you had any
evidently
relevant badges.
this is something you should be asking about, because there's definitely, there's clearly an interest in gardening with these corpses.
Or you must have a foraging badge or something like that.
I mean, what badges do you currently have?
I hadn't really thought about it. Probably none.
What skills are you proficient in? Because I feel like we can argue that those are the ones you've got a badge in. Let's have a look.
Athletics. I'm good at looking at things. I have
Where's
medicine.
egg and spoon race badge?
You got the egg and spoon race badge. That's clearly athletics.
Perception.
Insight and perception. I mean, perception is probably just that he's had his was a brave boy at the optician's badge. Medicine is boo boos. I don't know what the hell insight would be. I'll be brutally honest with you. And stealth is clearly his thievery.
Would that be like
badge.
rock paper scissors champion?
Rock? That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Definitely rock paper scissors champion. Very good. Very good.
Only regional champion.
I mean, it's a very, very hotly contested championship. Are you back then, Sam, or are you? I can't tell if that was in character or not. Very well. Okay, so I'm not going to bother repeating my stuff. It was just flavor stuff. Right. So upon returning to this camp, you are waved over by a very stout goblin who introduces himself to you as Krim. All right, lads. Name's Krim. I'm Junior Undersecretary, 3rd class of the Evil League of Evil. I will be your primary contact. I will be your line manager of sorts. So, how did your little negotiation go then, lads?
I believe it went splendidly. As you can see, from my very shiny sword here, we killed everyone very efficiently, and I'm sure this will be reflected glowingly in our coming appraisals.
Oh, very good. I gather you were successful in killing the one and the only Sir Gillian the Just. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, this is Shitcan's sword right here. I believe we brought something of his. Did one of us bring his head or something?
I
seem to
believe
vaguely
you
remember that.
brought a necklace. I
Oh,
don't
yes.
believe anybody collected his head, but so don't worry about it. We'll go with.
Oh,
we'll
yes,
go with
his
the
holy
necklace.
symbol. That was it. Yep,
Yes,
yep,
his
yep.
holy symbol.
At this point,
Right.
without any warning whatsoever, Bill just produces the head from his like loincloth.
Can you roll me an intelligence check, please? Just really quickly.
I mean, no.
Just do it. Just do it. that is such a perfect roll.
That's
so-
oh my god, that's so good.
Krim is going to take the head from you very excitedly and go, "My goodness, just look. Hang on. This is the wrong head. I don't doubt you killed him. I do doubt that you collected the right head. You... Well, you know, what did I expect? Alright, fair play, but you did kill him, yeah?
We had to kill the bastard twice as well.
You had to
He's
kill him
rather
twice.
tenacious.
Wait, hold on a second. And presumably at this point you present the necklace and explain the resurrection, or are you keeping that to yourselves? Very well. Very well. So you explain.
Wait,
Yep.
what did he do with the head? Did he just drop it?
He's just gonna. He'll throw it back to you like a football, like whatever. I don't care. That's your trophy. Keep it.
Alright, at that point, Bill's just going to turn around and drop kick it as far as he can.
Go on, roll me in athletics. Fuck it.
Oh, that I can do.
Okay, it's a solid kick. It goes a good distance, manages to arc nicely out of the camp, and you hear a smattering of applause. So, having explained the resurrection to Krim, you'll see he gets a bit worried and goes like, "Oh well, you know, we didn't think the Good League of Good was really into blood magic and rituals. This is new information, you could say. If you'll excuse me, I'll need to speak to my manager about that, and he'll want to meet you if you've killed him, because well, he's got some issues with Sir Shitcan himself. Oi, not Krim." And at that point, you'll see a Kenku's head poke itself out of a tent, and not Krim emerges, who is Junior Undersecretary Second Class of the Evil League of Evil. So this is Krim's boss. And Krim will turn to him and say, "Oh, not Krim. They've not only gone and killed Sir Gillian the Just." At which point, not Krim, of course, responds, being a Kenku, "Only gone and killed Sir Gillian the Just." To which Krim says, "Yes, that's what I said." And not Krim responds, "Yes, that's what I said." Krim shrugs at this point and turns back to the party and says, "Management, am I right? Well, very well. We're very pleased with your conduct." He'll pass the necklace over to Notcrim and briefly explain to him in repeat about the blood magic and the use of resurrection, which Notcrim scurries away to clearly go and do some repeating to perhaps somebody further up the chain. So Krim makes an effort to take you all under his arm, but almost all of you are significantly larger than him. So instead he goes to Finn, chucks an arm around your shoulder, and guides you towards the centre of camp. "Well, you see, we got big plans for you guys. You see, we actually planned for you guys to get killed in that mission. Truth be told, don't take it personal, happens all the time. We thought you'd go in there, you'd get killed, and then we could attack the Good League of Good as retribution, you see. That was our plan. Take him apart, you know, with like, you know, kind of, look, alright, we really didn't think you were that good at your job. We kind of assumed you'd die, and it was a good justification. Alright? You all okay with that? Anybody want to talk to HR?
No, that's okay with me. I am consistently exceptional, and this will be something that I believe you'll just have to get used to.
Oh, really?
Is there a badge for revenge killing?
Revenge killing badge? You know, I'm not quite sure, my little man, but tell you what, you work really hard, you get your evil badge, and we can look at perhaps prestige badges, yeah?
Yeah.
Good lad. Alright, now, whatever he said. Now, I'm going to introduce you to your new leader, let's say. He's going to be joining your little organisation, your little squad, while the goose is busy throwing up, because I think he ate something. This is Horny. And he gestures towards Horny. Who would you like to introduce yourself?
You're right, lads. Name's Horny. Horny by name, horny by nature. And
Could you
a
describe yourself?
small, almost naked gnome turns up. He is wearing some clothing in the form of a hat and some shoes. He is about 3'2", and you can see his very vivid, very flaccid 4-inch penis swinging in the wind.
Which, considering he's 3 foot tall,
That's
is quite impressive.
He is very pleased with it. And as he walks up, he seems to be completely unfazed by everyone staring at his cock.
Oh
I'd
dear
like to point out
God.
Bill is not staring at your cock because angles don't work that way. He can't actually see it. You're too low to the ground.
That is fair enough.
Wait, how tall is Finn, best boy?
1 foot 6 inches.
Oh my
So,
God, this is just going to be slapping him in the head.
Pretty much cock level.
Pretty much, yes.
That is
Just
unfortunate.
staring directly into the eye of the beast.
I mean, to be fair, considering like the graph of height in this party, I feel like everybody is cock level with somebody. Apart from Finn. Like, it's just nobody's getting off easy here apart from the ogre.
You're
so-
very right, actually.
Horny would like to stand with his legs like quite far apart.
Proper akimbo. Are you showing
Proper
off your angle? That you can
He is.
get,
He's
you know?
standing quite a wide stance,
Mhm, mhm.
completely unnecessarily.
Power stance.
Yes.
Very
Finn
good.
just takes out his quarterstaff and just bonks your penis.
Can
Not
I
a
try?
hard bonk, just a little bonk.
Can I try and catch said quarterstaff?
Yeah. Tell you what. Give me. Both of you roll me. Acrobatics or athletics, I suppose. Your choice.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a strong athletics. Oh, so unfortunately, Horny, you go to grab it to snatch it out of the way gracefully, but as it turns out, Finn anticipated this and is able to swing it around and get just a still delicate bonk on the penis.
You're
Describing
right.
in detail sexual assault. This is a weird. Okay, whatever. Moving on, swift. At this point, Krim notices your frivolity and decides to intervene immediately. Aye, gentlemen. Before we get too well acquainted, come with me. Now, you see, a good league of good, that's where we're going to be sending our army. That's where the focus is going to be. We're going to start to claim territory from them left, right, and centre. But the good league of good, the evil league of evil, and the neutral league of neutrality, we aren't the only organisations in this land, right? There's a couple of others. There's the Kobold Collective. Do you know about the Kobold Collective? Anybody roll me a history check who thinks they might know about the Kobold Collective?
I'm
I
7.
am very educated. But I'm not proficient in history.
Bill has no fucking clue. Varen, you know of kobolds, and Horny, you're able to comment that the Kobold Collective is the name for a very large group of kobolds who've set up base inside of a mountain. At which point, Krim counters with, "Oh yeah, they used to be followers of some dragon, but after the collapse, they murder the dragon, and then they get weird ideas in their head about democracy. It's very weird. Turns out kobolds aren't very good at democracy, and they all voted for themselves. It's bloody chaos. They have no idea what they're doing. Oh,
Right.
look, it's a goose.
So,
Hello, Andy.
Hello.
Yeah, mate.
This voice I'm putting on is Krim, who is your new line manager. That's pretty much all you need to know to catch up.
oh,
Honk indeed.
Yes.
So Krim then turns to you and says, "But the group we're most concerned about, truth be told, is the Orcish Khanate. See, all the different tribes of orcs after the collapse. I'm getting an echo from Andy, and it's... Is that not Krim? What's he doing here?" Andy, can you do something about the echo? It's actually really off-putting. That sounds better, I think. Oh, whatever. I'm just going to roll with it. So
Is it better?
all
Is
it-
it not better?
Nope. Dan's accident. Hang on. I'm going to say things and see if they echo. No, that's good. That's good. So all the different Orcish clans dotted around, they all kind of started to band together after the collapse. Turns out there's one mean bastard who's managed to rally all of the orcs in the land into one great group. They've not signed up with any of the leagues yet, but we think they're a natural fit for the Evil League of Evil because, well, put simply, they're evil. It's great. Murder, rape, pillaging, burning whole lands down. They couldn't do any better, you know? So, and they ride wolves. That's their big thing. They love wolves. So, our plan is to supply them with zombie wolves. What do you think? Yeah? We need to make contact with them. We're going to supply them with zombie wolves because the problem they got, they don't have enough wolves for all of their orcs. But zombie wolves, we can give them loads of the bastards. And then, right, they'll need to come to us for their zombie wolves, so they'll be de facto part of the Evil League of Evil. So, our scheme is we're sending you to go and meet with a little trading post we spotted that they've set up not too far from here, couple days travel. You're going to make contact with them, and you're going to see if they'd be open to the idea of riding zombie wolves. Alright? Now, any questions? Do you need anything while we're in camp? I'll let you guys get a rest, get everything sorted, and then we'll be on the way. And remember, Orny's in charge, alright?
Best remember
Okay,
that,
yeah.
lads.
Hungry.
You hungry? Alright, go to the fire. We got a couple cows roasting, a couple of pigs. They probably won't notice if you take one of them. Or they won't care it's one of them. Or they just won't want to correct an ogre on food etiquette, I'll be honest with you. It's one of them.
That's Bill out. He's gone. Fuck out.
Mm-hmm. Right, does anybody else want anything from town, from this camp, from town while we're here?
Not that I can really think of.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't particularly want anything.
Yep, that's fine. I'm just sorting out a couple of things on my end. Okay then. So,
I want some goose boots.
you want some goose boots? I'll say there's an outfitter or a quartermaster you can go and speak to about getting clothing specially tailored for yourself. Crim will also make this point again to Horny, just in case he wasn't listening.
What about getting clothes?
Yeah, just it's an offer. This guy you can speak to.
I've
He
got
can sort you
clothes.
out with clothes.
I don't need any more clothes. He
course
then
you don't.
proceeds to jingle the bell on the end of his hat.
At
If
least it's-
anything, you're overdressed. Yes.
It is a surprisingly musical bell.
Very good. Right. Okay then. So you will take a long rest, and upon rising in the morning, you are able
Horny, quite
to
literally.
group up again. In the morning. Yes. Thank you. All of you notice that Horny does quite literally rise with the sun. You all group up together, and rather than taking a cart this time, unfortunately, you are going to be on foot because the route you're taking is not safe for carts. That's the only reason why the Orcish Khanate hasn't managed to get to. I do this in Crim's voice, but it really hurts my throat. It's the only reason why the Orcish Khanate hasn't used this road to get to the Evil League of Evil's lands, is because simply put, it's not at all suitable for mounts. Horny stretches, it's all hip thrusts. Okay, you limber up only your crotch.
Yep.
Very good, very good. So you set out into the wilderness, following the pathway. What order is the party moving in? Who is taking up the front?
Horny would like to be at the front.
Okay, Horny will lead by his horn.
Yep.
Okay. Who is going to be taking it up the rear then? From Horny. I mean, okay, that's Bill. Bill is at the back. Okay, to make his token larger.
I'm just gonna hold on to Bill because I'm
You're
only
gonna
little.
hold
I'll
on
get
to
left
Bill?
behind.
That seems fair. Okay, then
Um,
you. Actually, you're small enough, and if Bill's willing, you could just climb and sit on his shoulder.
Yeah, I'll do that if Bill notices. I'll ask him if it's okay.
I'm not even sure I'd notice.
um,
I don't think you do.
yeah, that's better than your passive perception, so you don't notice. But there's now a mouse sat on your shoulder. Very well, and I'm going to say, just to simplify things, Goose is second, and Varan, of course, will take the middle position because as nobility he should be
absolutely.
protected. Excellent, right. So you travel for a couple of days. You have to make camp at the side of the road, but thankfully there's enough kind of foliage and cover that you're able to do so without much issue. These lands are still controlled by the Evil League of Evil, so while occasionally you see horrible monsters and ghouls and everything like that, they're all very polite to you, tipping hats, greeting you by name, so no need to worry about that. However, eventually you start to make your way up into the mountains. This is how you will pass into the Orcish Khanate lands. And the path gets narrower and narrower until eventually you find yourself on an incredibly narrow passageway across the mountains. Now, on the other side, you can see that it starts to level out and brings you into the Orcish Khanate lands, but unfortunately, this is incredibly narrow and very, very frail. So I'm just going to advance you up into this next map. Boom.
Ooh.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Can you move your tokens? Just check in case I
Yes.
fucked it.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Smashing. Okay then. So, when you come to this part of the cliff face, it is very apparent that this middle section that you can see is very, very loose. Can I get survival rolls from all of you?
Yes, you can.
No safe. No
It's a
safe.
good roll from Bill.
No safe.
No safe. Okay. I don't know if Andy is. He is in the game. Oh, smashing. Okay, so while all of you are able to notice that it is not safe, Bill is actually able to tell you that this isn't just part of the cliffside collapsing. This has been done by somebody. This is intentional.
No safe.
I get the fit. Is that because this is a trap he's fallen for before?
Yes.
No safe. No safe.
Given his intelligence, probably.
Given my
So-
intelligence, it's a fucking miracle that I even remember it.
Also true. That's why it was a roll. So it's and I'll say because it's a very good survival roll. So you can see that from the way it looks, there's these two cracks that you can identify, and essentially if too much weight goes in this middle section, the whole part looks like it'll just slide out of the cliff and slide down, and probably to your deaths. So you likely need to take it kind of one at a time. But how do you want to try and tackle this obstacle? I suppose.
I would like to fly over, please.
What? Okay, I forgot about those. All right, so Horny clicks his heels, flips everyone off, and gracefully flies over to the other side of the crack.
When I
Um,
land, I would like to take a bow.
He takes a back. It's
Not
very
making you
impressive.
take swing in the wind.
And I just look at everyone and go, simple as that, lads. Just fly over.
Finn's gonna
So-
climb
Yeah.
down off his mount
Yeah.
and pretty calmly just walk across because he weighs basically nothing.
Okay, for purely for just consistency's sake, can you roll me an acrobatics or athletics? Oh, look at that! You made it across because you weigh literally nothing. You are light enough. You cannot even possibly trigger this trap.
I think the goose is actually pretty light. Oh no, the goose is short but
No,
fat.
the goose is like a fucking like donkey.
The
The goose is
the
rotund.
goose is quite weighty.
The goose is only 3 feet, only just over 3 feet tall, but weighs nearly 300 pounds.
How much
Can't
do
the
you
goose
weigh?
fly?
Finn?
£15.
Just gonna move
I weigh
you
40.
all here, by the way. for
Cool.
the
Like,
sake. Nope.
Together,
Yep.
we probably lay less than anyone else in the party.
We're about the same as a good axe.
I probably weigh nearly double everybody else combined.
Yeah, I also carry nothing. So it's not even I'm weighed down by things.
The weightiest thing to you is your hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a weight. My weight.
No, Dom. The weightiest thing about me
Mm-hmm.
are the bollocks.
Oh, the bollocks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it just me, or is Andy really quiet?
He is very quiet, yes. But I think that's to stop echo.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
That's better.
There we go.
Hello.
Right.
Um,
I'll say that it looks stable enough. This quite clearly, as Bill again expertly informs you, this kind of trap is very cleverly designed, so it won't just go off from normal debris falling on this path. It's meant to trigger when a caravan goes over it, when a group goes over it.
Ah.
can the goose take a running waddle and fly?
a running waddle.
Running, waddle, and fly. Yeah, give me just a moment. I just want to check the rules on your goose flight, although I don't know if they were actual rules or we just went with it. Right along. Tell you what, how? Yeah, okay. So with a 10-foot run up, you can do a long jump, which if you give me an athletics roll, we can see how far you're able to jump, and if you're able to jump high long enough, and you're going to get an advantage because your wings, so you'll be gliding a bit. I'll say with a 10-foot run up and a 13 in athletics, you are able to make it. One moment, I just have to. For God's sake, all these tools. So from the crack, it's about 35 feet. I'll say you make it 30 feet and kind of have to, kind of like skip along at the very end. The passageway doesn't give out, but does make a bit of a noise as you land, and there's kind of a bit of faint cracking. But the goose has successfully made it across.
All right. Baron's gonna just walk up right up to the edge and kind of test it out with his foot a little bit, and then if it looks okay, he's gonna try and slowly make his way over very cautiously.
Okay, can you give me an insight check when you go up and test it with your foot? And you
Okay.
get advantage on those,
I
don't you?
do get advantage on
There
this
you go.
one.
Okay, so from kind of putting your foot on it and kind of testing some weight, it's definitely it's not stable, but you don't think it will collapse as long as you take it slow and steady across there. You think you'll be safe. So, tell you what, roll me a. I'm trying to think what roll would be appropriate for this. Roll me a stealth, because this is about how light on your feet you can be, or
Sure.
an athletics if you.
No, that makes sense.
An acrobatics, yeah.
They're both pretty similar for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. So you make it about 15 feet across when you feel something under your feet start to shift. Now you can either choose to keep with the kind of slow and steady movement, or you could try and sprint, or anything else you can do.
No! As soon as I feel it go,
Bullshit.
as soon as I go, I'm gonna sprint, and if I feel it give way more, I would use a step of the wind.
Okay. Can you do an athletics roll then?
Athletics.
Yeah,
yes.
or acrobatics. I'll allow both in this
I'll go for
situation.
acrobatics then.
Okay, you are able to, as soon as you feel it start to shift under you, you quickly sprint at the top of your top speed possible and make it to the other side gracefully.
Like Legolas in The Hobbit?
No. The damaged passageway now is looking incredibly unstable, and we have Bill the Ogre left across. So,
Before we start this path,
Yep.
I'd like to point out my alternative character, which Dom specifically told me not to play today, weighs 7 pounds.
Yeah, I forgot about this encounter, I must admit, but I'm pleased with my choice.
By comparison, my Bill weighs 1,127 pounds, which is just over half a ton.
I will say, the party can help him. They can do anything they can to try and lessen his weight.
Can the goose jump up and down
On the dodgy rocks.
Horny, because he is the leader of the party, flies back up and tries to pull Bill up so that he's got less weight on the ground.
Can you give me a strength check? if you
Yes,
want to
I
try- 'cause
can.
You're still flying, so
I am still flying.
yeah.
Give me a moment. Strength is not.
'Cause
my
how much do you
strong
weigh,
point.
Bill?
1,127 pounds.
Oh my fucking god. Okay, cool. Oh wow.
Wow.
Well, you're not
I'll have
like
to
you're
say,
not
fuck.
taking off with him or anything like that. But
That's
you're
a save. That can be
surprisingly.
right.
To be honest with you, I got to allow it. That's a nat 20. Like
Sweet.
I'm not going to be a dick here. That's good. I like it. You're not able to like lift him above your head and fly off with him or anything like that. But you think you've definitely made an impact,
Nice.
and you've about lifted, one of his. It's as if he didn't have an arm, let's say. Which,
Oh.
considering how muscular he is, that's pretty good.
Well, I'm doing my part. What about the rest of yous?
I guess, seeing as Dom reminded me, I should probably
I did have to remind you of it.
use the bag of helping.
I literally have no possessions other than weapons. I am a
Sorry,
born killing machine.
That's such a noble thing to say. It's like, I only own weapons.
I have people for
Alright.
other things.
So you're going to reach into the bag of helps, are you?
Yeah.
All right. Can you just give me a D20 roll, please? And you're looking for something to help with this situation?
Yeah.
Okay. It's an 18. It's a pretty good roll. So you reach in and start to pull out rope, and quite a significant amount of rope actually. It's there's a good amount of length, and it's quite sturdy. When you reach the end of the rope, it's a noose, but you've now got a noose on a very long piece of rope. I'd say it's let's say it's about 100 feet in length. This rope, so it's a good length rope.
Ah, so time to complete my dream of hanging the nobility.
Hey, now let's not get any ideas here.
Who would be the best at throw? I'm pretty good at athletics. I'm going to throw the rope at the ogre.
Yep.
I'm going to keep hold of one end of it.
Which end are you holding on to, by the way? The noose or the not noose?
Not the noose.
Okay, cool. So you throw the noose at the ogre. Roll athletics. Oof. Expertly done. You're able to throw it and actually.
Hang
Yep.
on. He's like a foot tall.
Yeah.
If this rope has any hope of holding anything like even a small amount of the weight that ogre is, he cannot throw that rope that far.
It's very sturdy rope. But he did get a 21 in his athletics. So, don't get me wrong. This isn't like rope meant for ships or anything like that. This is just.
Well, in that case, I'm
this is
dead.
rope.
I was gonna say,
That's why it's a noose.
We can loop it.
Unless
It's
it's 2 inches
only
thick, I'm not surviving this.
it's only like 35 feet across. We could like double it, so we could or like almost triple it. So it would. Yeah, so
I'll say you could double it safely. Tripling it would be a bit difficult.
that'd be a real push.
But the noose lands expertly round your neck, Bill, so you're able to take it off. And are you gonna like wrap it around yourself and throw it
I'm
back?
gonna
Or
wrap it
what's...
like from wrap it around my waist twice and then throw the rope back.
Okay, give me an athletics.
Athletics.
Yeah, go for it. Just for the throw. I mean, yeah, it's a very low check for this, and if you fail it, I suppose you can just pull it up and go again. So you throw it, and at this point, the noose expertly lands just over the mouse, but he's too small for it to really kind of kill him or anything like that. So you've now got successfully. I'm just going to draw it for convenience sake. You've essentially got. Oh, no, that's a shape. You have a giant cube. That's not what I meant clearly.
All hail the
You've now
rope cube.
successfully managed to get a rope round the ogre and back. And the ogre's weight has been lowered a bit by the flying gnome holding onto one of his arms. So,
You know how much by out of interest?
We don't know.
How much weight the hornies actually?
I'm not going to give you specific figures because then I'm going to be bound to them.
An arm.
Fair enough.
I'll say it's a good amount, and you do feel a little lighter.
A little bit
It's like when you rest your arm on something, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't have to worry about that. You know.
Yeah, the way you trick the scales.
I foresee an issue.
Go
Bill
on.
is feeling like a bick. He's a little lighter.
Bill's best chance of making some kind of ground across this is probably a running jump. And being large and with a very high athletics score, he can jump a long way.
Mhm.
But in doing so, he will have to pull the rope. They'll have to let go of the rope. So a single strand might be better from that perspective because he can get a run
Sure.
out.
I'll say the rope is long enough for you to get a 10-foot head start, but no longer than 10 foot. Actually, you're large, so 10 foot. Yeah, fuck it, I'll allow it.
Is 10 foot long enough for a long jump?
I believe it is. I don't know the rules about large creatures. 1 sec.
I don't think they have them because.
Yeah, I know. It's let me just have a look now. So, long jump is. It's not telling me it. It's just telling me lots of rules about how you can long jump.
When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet 1 foot immediately before the jump.
So 10 feet. Yeah. So you are able to make a long jump with this rope around you and with your weight lowered a bit by the gnome.
So with a 10-foot jump, I can jump 20 feet.
Mhm.
From assumably from there.
Yeah, right from here you could make it to here. So this square.
That would be
with
I'm going to
your-
move there, but only to demonstrate. So there.
Yeah. You'd be able to make it to there just with your jump.
So I only have to make it on 10 foot.
Yep.
Can I suggest that the party, as soon as I start running too? Because if I'm not moving forwards when they grab if they don't stop me, hang on, how do I explain this? If there's not tension on the rope when if I start to fall,
You'll fall and pull
smack in
them
it,
all
they'll
off.
have a jolt, and I will pull them all off the top of the
Yeah.
Finn's
Okay,
not
yep.
holding the rope. He's not very strong.
Yes, quite right. Is there anywhere we can like anchor this rope as well, or anywhere we can loop it round to create like some kind of?
There's a
pivot.
couple of outcroppings. I'll say for argument's sake, this one that's right next to you. It's got a bits of it that jut out. They look reasonably strong. You could probably loop the rope around that a bit. It would give you a bit of extra leverage, I suppose.
Okay, we'll loop it around that as we run, so it runs through that, and yeah, just an extra
Wait a minute.
point of sturdiness.
Is there like a rocky outcrop up here?
Like there's these little plateaus that you can see.
Why doesn't
Are you going to suggest some sort of winching system, Mr.
Well,
Goose?
Why doesn't the gnome just fly the rope up and then we can just hoist the ogre and pull him across and he can swing across?
Can you hoist an ogre?
Because he weighs
Yeah.
1,100 pounds.
Yeah, we can hoist the ogre.
It's 1,100 pounds.
We got rocks.
It's half a ton.
We got
We could swing me like a pendulum.
Yeah.
He's half a ton, and between myself and Finn, we weigh 55 pounds. Plus.
Yeah, we are not the people for helping the situation.
We could stick a ton rock on the rope, and then we could throw that rock
Okay.
on the side, and then
So-
it would launch the ogre up into the air.
so if we could lift
Okay.
a ton rock, why would we have any problems lifting a half ton ogre?
We could just we can tie the rope to a rock, and then we can chisel the rock away from the face, and then let it fall.
Okay, have you got a chisel, Goose?
And I also have 7 years to waste.
All right, are you going to go with his looping it round on one of the plateaus? Or...
I'm actually going to take a running jump.
Okay, then,
Right,
can
yeah.
you roll me athletics then, please?
Are we just
So,
pulling this
Back
guy-
away, back away.
You guys back away. So if you want to move yourself back, I'm just
We're
going to
just
do
pulling
the
him
rope
over.
for convenience sake.
I'm jumping the
So-
first 20 feet, and then the idea is that I'm tied to a rope. So if it starts crumbling before I make it the last 10 feet on foot, you stop me falling off the edge of a cliff.
Right.
So
And
Bill
my
is
logic is flawed in comparison to this. Why?
Because yours is relying on a single strand of rope holding me up for a prolonged period of time.
Oh my god!
And if
Fuck's
you
sake, sorry.
fall,
Yeah.
we'll still be able to pull you back up again.
Goddamn Epic Games launcher. It literally is just like
I want-
taken
I
over
want-
my whole screen.
The goose is just going to go over here.
Gotta play that Fortnite.
Can I take
Yeah,
a
apparently.
standing long jump, or just keep running? I don't. Whichever's faster.
So I'll say you've.
I'm assuming
this is-
I land.
this is- Yeah, this
The
is
impact-
paused time right now because time is a
Yeah.
little of the essence here. So you expertly make a rather magnificent long jump. You've got obviously Horny there to help you along the way. He's able to fly and keep up with you. As you
I'm
land,
assuming
you
the
feel
impact
the
breaks the whole thing.
you feel the ground beneath you just kind of giving up. But you've still got all the forward momentum from your previous leap. So if you can make me I'm going to say this is actually kind of a almost acrobatics, sorry, because you need to run and jump again to get off of this piece of land as quickly as possible. So if you can make me acrobatics.
That's good.
Okay,
fuck.
okay. So Bill
You
is able to, with the assistance, from Horny, he's able to make it right to the edge. Horny, can you roll me a strength check, please?
Yes.
Not a save, a check.
I will make sure it's a check.
So
Oh,
you don't make
fucking
it
Thank you.
all of the way to the edge. Horny, who's holding onto one of your
God.
arms, is somehow, with the strength of a significantly larger man, is able to essentially just pull your arm far enough on that you're able to grab hold of the rock face and pull yourself onto it as this part of the rock face behind you collapses. So you have successfully navigated the cliff face. Excellent. Well done, all. Well done.
Varen dusts his hands off and wipes some imaginary sweat off his brow and says, well, that was a fantastic effort there, team. We're really pulled together there.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could help.
Excellent.
Oh,
Well done, all. Well done, all. So you make it to the other side of the cliff pass. Of course, the way behind you now appears to just be collapsed. But you're able to, and Horny is fully erect. Sorry, every time he gets a nat 20, I'm going to say just instant boner.
That's what gives him his power.
That's where all of his power comes from. So on the other side of the cliff face, kind of rather rapidly, the area starts to plateau down. And from a point, you're able to spot these are quite clearly the Carnate lands. It's lots of rolling hills. Unfortunately, the artwork for this place is not working. So sorry, can't show that. Lots of rolling hills and open spaces. And you can see what you're quite clearly... Yes, key is stored in the balls, yes. You can see in the middle of a bit of a rocky clearing at the foot of the mountain that you're at is the Orcish camp that you're going to be heading to. So now this is a bit of a strategy, I suppose. There has previously been a group that was sent to the Orcish Khanate, but it's not entirely certain what happened to them. They never returned. We don't know if they got killed by the Orcish Khanate, by kobolds in the mountain, if they fell off the cliff.
Wait, kobolds in the mountain? What?
Yeah, the kobold. Oh wait, were you not here for the Kobold Collective?
I was. You just didn't mention that I lived in these particular mountains.
In a mountain,
made-
whatever.
Yeah.
Either way, so now you've got the camp in front of you. How do you want to approach this? Because that is going to change how this goes. Do you want to go diplomatically? Are you just going to go in guns blazing?
I mean,
No.
we're meant to make like contact with them and build like a trade relationship, aren't we?
Yep.
I mean, the
That's the
last
plan.
time they sent us to do any kind of diplomatic mission, they asked us to murder all the diplomats.
They haven't
But
asked us to
that's
do
when
that
the
this time.
end goal was just to kill everyone. This is to actually achieve something else.
But they are orcs. They do respect strength.
Yeah, what if we just
but
go in
yes,
and
maybe you
find
can
the
challenge them to a fight.
go in,
Might
find
make
the biggest
right.
one, and put him down? Just looking at Bill for that one. Just Bill goes in, kills the biggest orc, becomes their king, and then easy, done.
I mean, not the worst idea.
Ben's ideas aren't going to be that helpful. He's a child.
Does anybody
Like, trade some pogs with them. Maybe they'll be our friends.
does anybody know anything about orcish culture enough to know whether that's going to work, other than Bill thinking clearly it would, because ogres are basically orcs, right?
Yeah, I'll say you will know the basics of orcish culture. Other people can roll perhaps history or nature if they want to know as well. But essentially, Bill is able to tell you in his usual very eloquent terms that orcs do value strength. It is the most important thing to them, is how physically strong you are, but also kind of how spiritually strong you are. If you're able to, if you're able to call upon great magics, you're also very, very strong in orcish culture as well. It's essentially, dear fucking god, what?
Just saying.
Okay. It's essentially just how good are you at killing people. That is how valuable you are in orcish culture.
What if you're a really small mouse boy who's really good at smacking dicks?
I mean, let me put it this way. If, as a very, very small mouse boy, you were able to beat an orc in single combat, that orc would respect you and fear you for the rest of his life.
Decent.
Indeed.
What I'm here.
Odds on that aren't good, though.
So what I'm understanding is we need to challenge their top-ranking leadership to single combat.
Maybe not the top rank.
Uh,
Regicide is not normally known as the best form of diplomacy.
Well, we don't know that they're a monarchy.
Bill, you would know as an ogre that
that's the only form of orc diplomacy.
Obviously, the best thing to do would be beat the Khan, the leader of this Khanate in single combat. You would then, gain the loyalty of his whole Khan under him. But failing that kind of, regional war chiefs, generally, if you can best them or their strongest warrior in a battle, you can generally kind of win them over.
Bill rubs his hands together very slowly.
All right then. So, is your plan to try and engage diplomatically, and perhaps defeat one of them in single combat?
I mean, that seems like the most upfront.
Okay.
Method.
I'm gonna move you on to another map, and please let me know if it's worked. Has the Fog of War worked? Because I had to do this like 4 fucking times.
Yes.
Yes, it has. All right, if
So
you
we can
could
see this
place
top corner
yourselves
bit.
in the top right corner. Yeah, can you see anything else on the map?
I can see up
No.
here and up there.
Yeah, you can see the 2 camp. Oh my god, it's actually worked. Awesome.
Mate, it's so good when this happens and you get it
I
right.
know.
Oh.
Literally, I was back and forth with viewers player, and every single time something was wrong with it.
Yeah.
At one point, I had it exactly inverted. Yeah, I'll make you bigger. There you go.
Inverted.
Yeah.
Oh,
all of the
right.
stuff that should have been visible was invisible, and all the stuff that, vice versa.
Quick question, John.
and-
Couldn't you set
Yep.
Bill's character thing? If you set that as a token, it will use that as a default token.
Hmm?
And you won't have to keep resizing it. Am I right in thinking that?
Where do I do that?
If you double click his name,
Yeah.
you'll get like the token editor thing. Or like if you pick him, you go bio and info and you do edit. I think there's
Oh,
like a
really?
use
Hang on.
token.
Let me do that.
Well, I'm going to take this opportunity to jump off because I'm falling asleep here.
Ah, right. Fair
Not
enough then.
Not through massive interest in the campaign. Just I'm literally falling asleep.
No, that's perfectly fair, mate. I appreciate you coming on.
Fair
Can
enough.
we
You
get,
gave
can
it.
we get the parting honk?
Oh,
Very good.
I love the idea that the goose just walks up to the gate and just goes, "Nah, fuck this," and just walks off.
Just
Yeah,
fly off.
with a parting honk, the goose migrates south for winter.
Good night.
Very good. All right, good night, Andy.
We'll finish the session and come across a lake, and the goose will just be paddling.
Andy's just like, "Oh, hey guys, what's up? Everything go well?" You're all covered in blood. So you approach the front gate of the Orcish camp, and almost immediately upon arriving, I really have to check I'm using the right token here. Yes, that is excellent. The gates swing open and out strides a single orc who stares at you, folds his arms across his chest, and says, "What is your business?"
Smash.
He turns and looks at Varen, being the most fancy-looking of all of you. He said, "Tell your manservant to be quiet. What is your business with the Carnage?"
Yes, quiet there, Billy. Well, as my ward adequately put it, we have come here to smash, as it were. We have come to challenge for respect and an audience.
You wish to challenge our war chief.
Whoever feels that they need to prove themselves may come and challenge us.
With that, the orc kind of turns and nods at somebody unseen, and the gate opens behind him, and I'm now going to reveal that. So 1 moment. This just takes a moment.
It turns out there's just a queue of orcs.
Yeah. Roll initiative. 400 orcs appear.
Just have to make sure I get this right, so hang on. Did that work?
Yep.
Oh, you have no idea how many times I rehearsed that. Okay, so yeah, the gate swings open, and the orc kind of casually strolls in and gestures for you to follow.
Can I try and slip in and then just sneak away?
Yeah, roll a stealth for me, please. Okay. You are completely unnoticed by literally everybody in the camp. So you are able to sneak in and be easily mistaken for a rodent, at which point the hooded orc strolls forward and turns to a female orc with a bow and says, "These 3 challengers have arrived to attempt to, well, they wish to challenge our war chief, apparently. Who do you represent?" As he turns back to you.
Yes, quite. The Evil League of Evil.
We have had dealings with the Evil League of Evil before. We are not interested in joining your group. Do you really think you can force us to join you?
Zombie wolf. Zombie wolf.
Yes, we do have something to offer. If you would only listen.
Well, enough of this. If you wish to challenge us, Draka there will be our champion, and the female orc, not with the bow, this one with the red outline, steps forward and points at the ogre, and then points at herself and nods.
Horny at this point would like to shout that Bill is going to rip her fucking head off and shit down her fucking neck. The accent will
Does he
change.
give a nice thrust at the end for emphasis?
And then he will gesture at his still erect penis.
Very good, very good. All right. So, is your plan to accept this? The female orc has challenged you, essentially, Bill. Then.
What does she look like?
So she's a very typical orc. I'm gonna just scale up her picture so you can get a bit of a better idea. She's fucking huge. No, she's a clad in mostly kind of hides. She wields quite a large-looking war axe that looks like it could be held in one or two hands, and she carries herself as a warrior. She quite clearly has fought a lot, but she is also significantly smaller than you, despite being quite large. All right. Can you? Where is the initiative thing? I always forget. Which
Billy's just gonna slowly, like, I don't know what do you call it? Unsheath? No, not really. Just kind of limber up his ridiculously oversized maul.
Okay. As you do so, she is also limbering up. Which one? That's turn. Ooh, let me reset. That.
He's gonna do a squat and just fart really loudly.
Very good. Very. Roll me an intimidate, please. Oof. She's not phased, unfortunately.
I mean, given it wasn't intentional, I think I'll take that.
It was quite a wet part.
Okay. Can you roll me initiative, Ben?
I can indeed.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to go one of two ways, everybody. Not the initiative, just a fight.
Okay, and that's her initiative. Oh, yep, no, you beat her on that one. So the two of you limber up, and then this orc stood on the platform, appears to kind of start laughing, and
he
he
got that in there. He looks genuinely insane.
He does, doesn't he? It's pretty good.
Like, make that token bigger. He looks fucking possessed.
He at this point starts singing.
Fucking look at him.
So you can see.
Fucking lunatic.
He starts singing, and now I get to change music. So just a moment while I do that.
Ooh, he's singing those war drums.
Baron's going to come over and take a seat on the bench.
Casually, like, one leg crossed across the other, hand on his knee.
He clears away some of the limbs just to clear himself a little spot.
Has his hand on his knee, realises it's not his knee.
Horny would like to get closer to the female orc.
Very well. All right. So then, you may start your duel, and as you have the highest initiative, you get to go first.
I would like to rage.
I didn't see that coming. Can you roll me your wild magic, please?
God.
1d8.
What is a 6?
Arcane energy taps into the minds of those around you. Each creature within 30 feet, you must make a wisdom saving throw, or you see a glimpse of the creature's thoughts, learning how it plans to attack you. As a result, the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against you until the start of their next turn.
Okay, what's the DC they have to make with their wisdom save?
DC 8 plus proficiency plus my con. So 8
what
plus
is that?
3 plus my con, which is con modifier, which is 2, so it's 10, 13.
Okay, 13. I'm just doing some rolls now. Okay, because this is everybody.
Yep.
I thought it was just
Do we have to roll as well?
No, you guys don't, because you're not his enemy, aren't you?
Unless you're intending to attack me.
Oh,
You don't know that.
okay, the fighter resists handily with a double nat
Richard,
20.
That would quite literally mean that I would know if you meant to.
Yeah, if you are planning on attacking Sam, please make a wisdom save. Okay,
Horny's
so
never quite sure whether or not he's going to attack, so he's going to roll one just in case.
yeah, just to be safe.
This is quite soulful music, actually. I was expecting something more warlike, to be honest.
I was going to say, I quite like it.
It's the Who are like Mongolian, like metal and throat singers, and I was like, fuck it, I'm doing Orcish Khan. Like, let's get some real Khans in here. Okay, with as you rage, you feel the magic surging through your body, and all of a sudden, people's minds are an open, I would say, book to you, but you don't read. People's minds are a campfire story to you. Unfortunately, the warrior directly in front of you, you can't read that one. The painted orc on top of the stand, you can't read his. However, the female orc with the bow, you're able to get a glimpse into her thoughts, and you can feel that she is readying up to shoot at you. So it's your turn. Still, you've got your action and your movement.
Oh, I thought Andy was back.
I have a question,
Yep, go for it.
and it's going to be immediately obvious what my intentions are, but I thought I'd ask a question all the same.
Yeah, go for it.
If I were to run towards this large cauldron,
Yep.
and pick it up
Okay.
and put it on her head, would that be one action?
I'd say you couldn't like pick it up and place it on her head as one action. You could pick it up and kind of throw it at her as an action because it is full of stuff. I'll say you could try and grab it and throw it as like an improvised weapon at her.
How heavy does it look, and how hot does the stuff inside of it look?
There is an active fire bubbling underneath it, and the whatever it is there is at boiling point.
I mean,
So, in ogre terms, it's hot and owie.
what if I poured it? Can I pour it on? Like throw it over, if I was like 5 feet away, can I like throw it over her with the sort of throw the whole thing? Is it going to be an easy shot, basically? I suppose.
Is your intelligence high enough to realize that the outside of a cauldron would also be hot when it's just sat in a fire? I'm just legitimately.
I'm not
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, I'd argue you realize that you could grab it and use it as a weapon. However, likely you would owie yourself.
You'd owie yourself.
It's still your call, though.
I have a lot of hit points. What's the worst that can happen?
All right,
Oh,
I
that's
like
a
it.
good sentence.
So
wait.
are you gonna try and lift the cauldron then?
Do it.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Give me an athletics at advantage because you are raging. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You're able to grab hold of it. Just
Is it like a handle or something?
I'll say that there is a bit of a handle which you are able to grab and
Or like
just
a,
about.
like sometimes stew pots have like little like loops on each side at the top.
Yeah, that's kind
Like-
of more what I'm thinking.
Like
You're able to kind of grab hold of. Okay, essentially, you can either grab hold of one of them, and it'll be a bit unwieldy, or you could drop your weapon and grab both. Choice is yours.
I can probably attack recklessly to get an even attack because she has disadvantage on my. No, she doesn't. Does she? 'Cause she didn't fail.
Yeah, she resisted. Yeah.
What does Rigby think? That's the real question.
I mean, I feel like we know. Squeak.
Yeah, he just wants everyone to see how cool his sweet snake is.
Right, so it's like
proud of
horny
it.
then.
Yeah, exactly.
Keeps coming up to show me it.
Unfortunately, Horny can't get it in his own mouth. Trust me, he's tried.
All right, you know
Good
what?
to know, maybe.
I'm gonna take hold of it with one of them, one side of it, and then step forward. And rather than throw it, can I swing it like a sort of swing it around, sort of around like that, you know?
Yeah,
Around
kind
me.
of grab it and windmill yourself to.
Yeah, and then clobber with it.
All right, yeah, go for it. Tell you what, just make an attack roll with your maul. We'll use that for the attack, and I'll tell you damage of it. Oh, okay, shit. Okay then. All right then. So you get to add your rage damage onto this. Can you roll me two? Can you roll me 2d8, and that will get doubled, so I guess 4d8 damage for the. Okay, so and half of that is physical, and half of that is actually fire, I suppose, from the boiling liquid on there. So immediately upon starting the fight, Bill roars in anger, charges forward, grabs the cauldron with one hand, windmills himself, and just smashes it right into this orcish woman. It shatters on impact and covers her with whatever this boiling liquid was. It doesn't appear to have been stew. It looks like whatever it's doing is seriously doing some damage to her. And she is actually going to fall to the ground as a result. So she is now down on the ground. I can't think of a decent icon for that.
I don't know what that was, but I'm not sure it was lunch.
Okay, so have you got any other actions left in your turn? I think you just got movement.
I've got quite a lot of movement actually.
Yeah, she's down on the ground, so she's not going to be able to take an attack of opportunity against you.
I've only moved 10 feet.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll stand over here.
All right. So after smashing the cauldron on this woman, you are you climbing up onto that raised platform then?
I mean, how else am I gonna dive bomb her?
Okay, very good. So you charge up there, and is that
if
the
anything,
end of
this
your
is
turn?
clearly just a WWE wrestling match.
So you charge up there, and that ends your turn. So the woman then attempts to stand up with all of the and with all of this oily mixture around her and all over her. Unfortunately, she actually attempts to stand up, but then immediately slips and falls over. So I'm going to just draw a quick rectangle. This is just for convenience. This is now difficult terrain and has a chance to knock you down. She is struggling to get up. And unfortunately, that is her turn. So now it is Bill with his second turn. Go, Bill.
I'd like to jump on her.
So would Horny, but not.
Okay, are you looking to people's elbow this person, or are you jumping on her with the maul?
I'm gonna go superhero leap from all above my head, swing down.
And
Okay.
fucking 5-star frog splash.
So you leap into the air, preparing to smash down on this woman. Now, as you land next to her to make your swing, remember all of your melee swings are actually made at advantage. No, isn't it an instant crit when somebody's down on the ground? Shit, it is for melee attacks.
Yeah.
These are instant crits, so roll me out your damage. Roll me your weapon swings. There's still a possibility you miss, but she's really not.
Well, I do have to roll the weapon swing, yeah?
You do still have to roll them. If it hits, it is a crit. So.
And I have 2 of them.
Yep. Okay, both of those hit. So can you just quickly roll me an extra 4d6 and we'll add those on?
Oh,
This poor lady.
Okay,
You know
and
what I have realised is if I was sensible, I would have just stood next to her and coup de grace.
no, this is much more dramatic. So, after running up and standing on the raised platform, Bill leaps down with the surprising level of grace that he always has whenever he's in battle, and smashes his hammer down directly on this poor woman's head, and her skull just completely shatters. She is unbelievably dead. This is worse than that poor lady you killed at the peace summit.
At this point, Bill's going to pull out a spoon from nobody asked where and just try to whatever he covered her in to find out what it was.
Okay, I'll say as a quick action, you take a sample of whatever this was, and you're not entirely certain, but it definitely tastes like blood. There's a good amount of blood in whatever this is.
Huh.
So I'm going to clear the turn order. I'm going to leave it up, however, because immediately
at that
upon
point, Bill's going to turn around and point at the woman with a bow and say, I don't know, what's a short, thick person word for untrustworthy?
Lie.
Liar. Yeah.
Okay, so you turn and point at the woman with a bow and call her a liar. She immediately responds by pulling her bow from her back,
can Horny
shouting
try to
a
intervene?
quick word. Go for it. Roll me an attack. Shit, I have to get so many character sheets open right now. Holy shit.
Oh dear.
Oh, but there are
That
only.
doesn't sound good.
But I can only see 3 characters.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
These tents are like clown cars. There's 20 orcs just piled in there, and they're all just spooning aggressively.
Okay, so Horny attempts to intervene with her drawing her bow. However, he is unsuccessful, and she's able to get it out. And more importantly, she is able to shout at the painted orc, something in Orcish. Do any of you speak Orcish?
Ooh.
I have quite a list
No,
of
I speak
things I
giant.
speak. Orcish is not among them.
No,
I
Orcish.
speak Gnomish and Goose.
Of course you do. Okay.
No.
Well,
only
she
12 I
shouts
think it is.
something in Orcish, so we'll go Godthrak. At which point the orc immediately starts chanting something else. I'm gonna just play another song because I do like the Makra. And another song starts, and I need you all to roll initiative, please.
I do not like the sound of that singing. It makes me nervous.
And we go better than last time. Oh, we can.
Oh, God's sake! Here we go.
Oh, I missed, and I thought the 23 was mine. I was like, fucking hell. Then I looked up and realised my mouse was not pointing at the initiative button.
Right, let me just get up all of these. That
I'm
one.
gonna go a quick beer.
Okay.
Quite glad I took the decision to walk into the camp and instantly just go, nope.
Literally, I'm just having to open so many things right now. Not because I need them right now, but I will need them. So, you know. While Sam grabs a drink, I'm just going to fix some stuff.
Just, whack off half his hit points. Seems fair.
I mean, if you ask nicely, maybe.
I mean, you can knock it off and see if he notices. And if he doesn't, it sticks.
Now you're talking my language. Right, and this one.
This reminds me of Vikings. Anyone seen Vikings?
No,
I have not. Sorry.
I've
no.
seen the first episode.
Oh, really? What a twist! I didn't expect that.
Co-Pilot's podcast available on all good podcast networks.
Thank you. Okay, you are back. Right. So, with a shout, there is a roar from outside the camp, and can somebody roll me a d4, please?
I got it.
Yes, that can only mean good things for us.
I was wondering why the music was so loud for me. I also had it playing on YouTube. So, all right, you roll a 4. At that point, following the roar, a wolf leaps over this
fuck.
this wall with a orcish warrior atop it. Right. Oh, actually, I need to roll his initiative, don't I? Let's do that. So you and you. Very good.
That's a lot of people.
Okay, how do I put everybody in order? There we go. Right then. So, combat starting, and Horny, you're up.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Oh, actually, I can just delete that character sheet because you fucking killed her. So,
Tony would like to attack this orc woman next to him.
Okay, so you're going to attack the green orc. Go for it.
Yes, so he's going to punch
Oh
her.
shit! I forgot one person, but it's alright because he has terrible initiative, so I'm not expecting. Shit, he actually did really well. What the fuck? Is he on there? Yeah, he is. Okay, quickly. There we go. Cool. Okay, so you go for your first swing, and it misses, unfortunately.
That's fine.
She's able to deflect it with her bow, so go for your next one, I suppose. I'm
I would
assuming
like
you
to
have
spend
many.
1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Go for it. Don't you have double attack anyway?
Yeah, but it's immediately after you take the attack action on my turn.
Yeah,
Right.
but your attack is 2 attacks, and that's
Oh,
just
okay.
one.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
so
no, I
just-
get it. Cool. That's
Yeah,
fine.
just want to
That
make
makes
sure you
more
don't miss attacks. Yep.
Oof.
Unfortunately, your second one also misses again. She's able to deflect it.
That is absolutely
uh,
fine. Then I
These
will.
are some garbage rolls you get right here, man.
I know, right? Well, I've
Is
burned them all out. I
Find
didn't
out
realise
what's
earlier.
part.
Well, subpar is good in golf, so thanks very much, Sam. Appreciate it.
This is a game of golf, so yes.
If this
Yeah.
is golf, then Bill is playing it super wrong.
So Flow of Blows makes another 2.
Yeah, another 2 unarmed strikes.
Hey.
So, unfortunately, your third one, she's also able to deflect, but your fourth one, you're able to crack her right on the jaw, doing 4
No.
bludgeoning damage. Very good, very
If
Can
good.
you reach her, George?
I am correct. I
Oh,
can
yeah.
do this.
Yep.
Yes, you can. Yes. So it's a Constitution save, and what is the save that she needs to meet?
The save is, I've got it written down. Wait there. My save is a DC of 14.
Oh yeah, she didn't even come close to making that. So, literally, as soon as I said, "Oh, what is the save?" I was like, "She didn't make it. Whatever it is." So she is successfully stunned until the end of your next turn. So let me put a quick thing to remind me that she is stunned. She can have a fist. That seems appropriate. All right. Do you have anything else you want to do on your turn? So you crack her on the jaw, and it quite clearly shakes her. She was not expecting it.
I would
from
like
the tiny naked gnome.
I would like to use my movement to fly up to her so that I can look her in the eyes.
Okay.
Using the boots.
Yeah, you know what? I'll allow that. So you are
Sorry.
now at eye level, a good 2-3 feet off the ground.
Yeah, it's not very high. Okay,
All right, is that your turn?
that is my turn.
All right, Bill Ironguts, you're up, and you are still raging.
That was my question.
I figured it would be. So
Alright, I'm what am I gonna do? Kind of disconcerted. Bill has been uneasily eyeing the guy, like the chanting man, the whole time.
Yep.
Not into the whole chanting face tattoos boy, so he's gonna smash him.
okay. So roll an attack.
What if he smacks off the drums and summons something else?
So with a 21, you do manage to hit him, and how much damage is that? 12 bludgeoning and 6 with your rage and your racial. So just a moment. Okay, with one swing of your maul, you're able to get him directly in the chest, and he stops singing because you possibly have punctured a lung, maybe something like that. I don't know. He's not down, but he's definitely not in a great shape. So you've got a second attack if you'd like to make it against him
I
as well.
would. And I'd like to do a somewhat cold shot, but also attack recklessly to negate it. Is that
Yeah, all right. Yeah, go on. Where
I'm
is it you want to
thinking?
attack?
I want to swing from one side
Mhm.
and try and propel him with my ball into one of his own drums.
Okay, go for it.
So I'll swing at him, the two-handed from the left, and
Yep. Trying to blast him into
Right.
this drum kind of thing.
he's either
Okay.
going to go through it or bounce off it, either of which would be amusing.
So it's a straight roll, isn't it, with 11? Does 11 hit? Oh, actually, hang on. He's chanting. Sorry, give me a moment.
No, he's not.
Or he
I
was
stopped him chanting.
He was chanting at the start of the turn, so I'm just using that. Don't worry, give me a moment. So that does actually hit. Because
Wow.
it lowers his AC. So you crack him across the side, and although he's stopped chanting now, he was clearly in the zone, and it blacks him into the drum, which he does hit, and you can see that he's now slumped over it, and it looks like something from one of the spikes on the drum has punctured something in him, and he looks like he might just be bleeding to death right about now. But as he hits the drum, there is kind of a thrum that comes from it. That you're not quite certain what it was. Actually, I'll allow you, because you are wild magic. Give me an Arcana check.
I'm not very good at that.
No, you're not. But so it was definitely dumb magics.
Oh, hang on.
Oh no. What's this?
Yeah. I can check on that.
Isn't casting detect magic an action?
I'm not very intelligent.
I believe it is.
If my character doesn't know that, assumedly I don't either.
Yeah, you know it is magic. You attempt to think about it, but then you get distracted because you're very angry and can't cast spells. Actually, or is this one affected by your? Well, I'm like 90% certain it's an action to do it, but I'll say you do know there's some kind of magic is in the drum.
That's
Is
fair.
there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? I'm just going to mark him as dead because he is dead.
Oh fuck!
Yep.
That was unexpected. He was flimsy.
He was, yes. I was kind of hoping you'd ignore him, to truth be told.
Honestly, that token creeped me the fuck out. That's all right. Like, nope. Can I put my foot through that drum?
As a bonus action, I will allow, and using some of your movement.
Or
Yes.
I'll just walk through it if you like. I'll jump through it and land on the floor next to down here if you want. That's probably better, isn't it? I'll jump through it.
Okay, then. So you jump through the other drum,
Push through it.
crashing through.
And then
Again,
land behind
as you hit it, there is definitely a thrum kind of sound to it.
Well, I got rid of the pot of blood and I've destroyed the drums. I don't know what
Yeah.
more I can do.
Does that end your turn? Have you got anything left to do?
I'll spit on the girl next to me.
All right then. So that ends your turn. Varen, you are up.
I'm nothing if not a foul beast.
Oh, wait, wrong one. Yes, there we go. Well, I suppose this is up to me then. And
Just left him to deal with a wolf and a man.
I don't like the look of this, so
Yeah.
I am going to retreat. Where am I going? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I believe the
5,
term is reposition tactically.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Still away from the
over
screen.
here.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm going to reposition over here and take some shots at the rider of the wolf over here.
Yep. Go for it.
So I'm going to do the longbow. Mm-hmm.
Who you're going for the rider?
For the rider, yeah.
Okay. So you draw your bow and take a shot. The first shot goes wide. You're going to take a second, I presume.
Yep.
Yep.
And then...
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Sorry, I've just accidentally selected everything, so I had to be very careful not to just, delete all of it or something, Oh, for God's sake. Right, so your second, you draw back and fire a second shot. This one hits the rider kind of squarely in the chest. He hunches over a bit from the impact, but breaks off the arrow and is still ready to go.
Alright, I'm going to use a bonus action to use my Kensei shot. And
Okay.
fire again.
Alright, go for it. So you...
I get to add an extra d4 to that.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Roll the d4. Okay, so
I'll
10
just-
damage. Alright, so you draw back on your bow and get off another one due to your, absolute mastery over the longbow. Your third shot again strikes true right next to the second shot, actually. It's, clearly you were just giving him a warning shot the first time. You know what you're doing. Which, again, he breaks off in him, but this one, quite clearly he's not looking hot from this.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, or is that your turn?
No, that'll be my turn.
Alright then, so that ends your turn. Now it is the Orcish War Chief's turn, however, unfortunately, she is stunned. So she kind of staggers a bit and tries to kind of get her bearings, but she's very disorientated and doesn't really entirely get it. And that is her turn, unfortunately. And now we come to the Orcish Shaman. So, yeah, go for it. Just keep queuing Mongolian music, it works. So the Shaman takes note of what's happening here and he backs away a bit before raising his hands and conjuring lightning between them. At which point, he cracks down with both of his hands. So, and he is targeting Horny and Bill. Both of you does a 22 hit.
Yes, it does.
Okay, both of you take 12 lightning damage as he blasts lightning from both of his hands, arcing off and hitting both of you.
12 lightning damage.
And the cleric starts shouting for something in Orcish. Again, none of you speak Orcish, but it definitely sounds like he's trying to call more people's attention. So that ends his turn. And now it is the rider's turn. Just to avoid some confusion here, by the way, the rider and the wolf share movement, but they attack on separate turns. It's a thing.
That makes sense.
How much movement have they got? Let me just check. Are they going to be able to get to you? Oh, they are. Okay. So the rider and the wolf, the orc kind of kicks in his heels and charges directly at you atop his wolf, and he is going to make a swing with his axe and does a 13 hit.
No.
Okay, so he tries to charge past you and take a swing. However, he mistimes it completely, and you're able to dodge out of the way, and he misses. So that is his turn now, but the wolf is coming up. Now, Finn of Clan Template. You are still hidden. Nobody has noticed you yet, so you will have advantage on attacks.
So what I'm going to do, squidge around here, in between the tents.
Yep. Can you roll me a perception really quickly? You will have advantage on this roll, so... okay, with an 11, you do notice that there's definitely movement inside of one of these tents. You're not certain which one.
Okay, that's cool. I'm going to pretend that's not happening. And I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Apparently it just doesn't attack on the wolf.
Okay. Does it just do damage, or I thought it added damage to your attack?
Yeah, it adds damage, but
does it do any damage initially? Okay,
it just
right,
marks them so that
marks them. Okay, I will. So it's on the wolf, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to mark it with a little yellow for yellow boy. Okay, so he is now marked with Hunter's Mark. What else you got? Because that's a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then what I'm also going to do is shoot at him a couple of times with my longbow.
Okay, go for it. I love that it's a longbow. I feel like for you it's probably more like a desk toy.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are both with advantage because you're stealth, and actually as a result, both of them hit. What is super death?
It's the Hunter's Mark, so let me put in my own. It didn't give me a drop down for damage type, so I just chose super death.
Chose super death. All right, fair enough then. So you sneak in between the tents and pull out your longbow and get 2 good shots off on the wolf, who you've marked as your quarry. Both of them hit, and you do it's 18 damage you've done, right?
That wolf's got to be looking like a fucking pinkish at this, right?
No, because Ed was shooting at the rider.
Yeah. So I will say, one of your arrows goes into the wolf's flank and does quite clearly, does hit. But one of them actually goes right on the wolf's face. It hasn't blinded it or anything like that, but there is no way in hell that you are hidden now. You are now revealed and people know where you are. Unless, I will say, you could attempt... I know you've already used your bonus action. Never mind, carry on. So that will be your turn unless you've got anything else.
Nope, that's it.
Okay then. So now we move on to the wolf's turn. So the wolf, while it is very much aggravated by getting shot by something, it's going to focus on the meal in front of it first and foremost.
I mean, he's also holding a bow.
He is also holding a bow, so they're not intelligent creatures. So, Ed does a 21 hit.
He's just on a big BRB.
Has he actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, he's feeding the beasts. Well, it's a 21, which probably does hit him. So, tum-ti-tum-ti-tum-ti-tum. Oh, dear.
Just comes back and his character's dead. You're like, oh, sorry. Wolf was pretty good.
Well, he probably couldn't have gone to feed the beasts.
Now I look at the guy with the red face. He now looks scared. Like, I don't know why. I just sort of slightly different image. But the red costumes make him look slightly different, or changing the appearance of his face.
It's quite good, yeah.
But now he
I
looks
like it.
scared rather than angry, so I'm happy with that.
Do you want to see the full art for that character, by the way?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
It's quite good, so give me a moment.
I feel like I've seen it before, but I can't think where I'd have seen it.
There you go. It's
That's
golden, right?
hilarious.
It's like one of the first results if you look for an orcish bard. I was like, yeah, that's too good. That'll do. So,
That's amazing.
yeah, I was like, well, I'm not going to find any better than that.
One and done.
Oh dear, right.
Nice.
Well, when Ed gets back, we can make him do his damage. It's probably not going to kill him unless he's
You
very
can
squishy.
do it.
I can do it, can't I? Let me have a look. How much health does he have?
He'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah, he'll be fine. So,
We're a strange party.
well, I'm gonna hold off on doing it just in case he wants to do anything. But we're just gonna move on the turn, and when he gets back, I'll do the damage to him.
I'm just observing. We've got a brief interlude. We've got 2 monks.
Yep.
A barbarian and a hunter.
Yep. Point.
And a brute fighter when he's here.
Yep.
Like, this is the weirdest composition of party.
You are the most magical person in the party. I mean, yeah, sure, rangers can cast spells.
-3
But, like,
You know what really annoys me? I actually have Bill. I'm not sure Bill knows it, but I have an ability to give people spell slots back, but no one else in the party has any fucking spell slots.
yeah, you do, don't you? Yeah. That's not going to get much use, yeah.
And you know
But-
what?
Okay.
You know who has a spell slots? My other character.
No, it's Finn does actually have spell slots. He
I
is
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a
Just
ranger.
don't have anything useful.
Yeah, it's just that the ranger spell list is.
It has spell
God
slots. Spells
so-
are shit.
I
Hey,
have
he's
some spell slots on my
all
backup.
It was just funny that clearly you can tell that none of us put any thought into the actual party composition. We just started making characters and run with it.
Oh, I love it. Ed, does a 21 hit the wolf?
Oh, yes. Sorry.
That's right. Take 10 piercing damage, and can you make me a strength saving throw, please?
Okey-doke. Strength saving throw is... Ooh.
Okay, so the wolf lunges at you to try and bite at you. It does able to kind of get you a bit. It's also quite clearly trying to knock you down, but you're able to kind of just deflect the pressure out of that part of your body, so you're not knocked down and you stay stood up. Horny, it is your turn. Ed? Nope.
Yeah, it's horny.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's right.
Right, so it is my go the first. So I got distracted by the music, not gonna lie. I was trying to work out what she was singing. So Horny is gonna look at said orc woman, and he is going to punch her in the face.
I didn't see that coming. All right then. Oof. Okay, with one expert right hook, crack her straight across the face. That does hit. Yep.
Excellent. He would also like to use a key point to.
Okay, and it's 13, right? That it has
That's
to make?
14.
14. my
Me,
apologies.
Horny give no fucks about his keyboard, do he?
Oh my god. She doesn't make it.
Excellent. So
She's-
she is now stunned.
Holy shit, you're just going to shut this woman down. This is very unfair considering what happened with Ed's attempts to use Stunning Strike.
Yeah, this is incredibly unfair.
It's about to get more unfair when Bill turns around and hits the next
You've still got another attack as part of your attack action if you want to roll that one out.
I would indeed like to do that.
Yep.
And this time, I'd like to, before I do my other attack,
Mhm.
just fly behind her and punch her in the back of the head.
Okay then.
He's
Yep.
now
Go
donkey
for it.
punching the fallen.
Do you get advantage on an opponent that's stunned? I can't remember.
Okay. I'm gonna say right now I maybe allow it under flanking, but I'm gonna tell you it doesn't work on this person in particular.
That's fine.
Yeah. So an 11 unfortunately doesn't hit. You swing for the back of her head, but she's got a large build. She's got lots of hair.
Yeah.
You don't think it really impacts that well.
That is
Okay, you've still got a bonus action and movement if you want to use any of that, but
absolutely fine. Yeah, that's it for the moment.
all right then. So now it is Bill Ironguts' turn.
Right, well, she's stunned,
Yeah.
so I have advantage on attack rolls against her.
Oh, actually, yeah, shit. You'd have advantage from her being stunned, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, it's my bad. All right, yeah, sorry. Your second hit does hit. Yeah, there's a lot of hair there, but you don't care. You know what you're doing.
Sweet.
You expertly punch right at the right point in the skull. You know that point hurts. You've been hit there. It hurts. So, Bill, your turn.
Me no like.
Good boy.
Okay.
Gonna.
Sometimes I can't
Actually,
tell
you
if
know
I'm
what?
talking to Rigby or.
How does she look?
So she's obviously taken a bit of a beating, particularly in the face, thanks to Horny. But she seems still fighting fit.
I think Horny's got us under control. I'm gonna. Although I've got advantage, I could end this quickly with advantage, couldn't I?
You do have advantage.
Although I could recklessly attack. Decisions. What do I do?
I reckon just charge into one of
It is tempting.
Yeah, I'll say as a free action, Finn can tell people that there are people in these tents, if he chooses to, or he could not.
I choose to alert the party to the fact that one of the tents I'm next to is moving, but I'm not sure which one because I'm a shite ranger.
From that time when
Sure,
Richard
we'll go
played
with
a shite paladin.
Oh, I just had a brilliant idea.
Aaron was a
Ended up
great
being a
paladin.
hero.
He saved the world.
Exactly.
Am I
through
correct?
anything
I believe I'm
paladin-y.
correct in saying that she, being stunned, that elk will automatically fail dex and dex saving throws,
That's correct.
or athletics saving throws too.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much all saving throws she will just fail. Yeah.
Right, I'll pick her up then.
All right.
She ain't got a shit hope in hell of say making that save.
All right. So that's a grapple, which normally she'd have to contest,
Contest, but she can't.
she fails. So you are grappling the poor woman. What? Yeah.
I
Okay.
believe if I move with her, I now move at half speed.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
So that'll be.
That'll
I've
do
moved,
for
I've moved 10 feet, so I've got
Yep.
30 feet left, half, so I've got 15 feet of movement left.
Yep.
So that's 1, 2.
Okay. Yep. Sure.
Right, and then we're going to hit one orc with the other.
Okay. You've only got one attack left because you've used one of them to grapple. Just.
Are you
No.
Sorry.
are you
Mentally, I'm
proficient
just-
with orc?
Yeah, I'm just. Do you have any proficiency with
Orcs.
with improvised weapons or orcs as weapons? You might be
I
specialized.
have
in orc,
proficiency
I
with.
don't know.
I mean, as a barbarian, I get proficiency with simple and martial weapons across the board.
That's not improvised though.
It's not
And that's also
improvised.
not humanoid.
I'm just considering whether I might be better off just keep it just one hand holding her, or just keep her under my arm and then hit him with my maul instead. It's probably going to be more effective, isn't it? To be honest.
Choice is yours.
Yeah, but if you
Alright.
hit him with her, it does her damage as well.
But this is true. If I attack recklessly, I'll get advantage on whatever it is I do.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be fine.
Yeah, just do that.
This is the best plan you've ever had.
I mean,
got this.
I hit the other one with a crock pot. I had some pretty great plans. I guess. Yeah, fuck it. I'll swing her around my head a couple times and then attempt to clobber her into him. And yeah.
All right. Can you just roll me your maul one, and we're gonna have to take off your proficiency modifier. And you've given yourself advantage through reckless attacking, I presume.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Go for it.
Every time. Every time. Every time.
Yeah,
with the
I mean-
attack.
It hit. Sorry, I'm just. Give me a quick second. I gotta look up something. Right.
Dom
How
quickly
tall are you
Googles
again?
how to kill
I'm 10'2".
2. Okay, I'll say you grab this woman.
I like to swing her by her ankles.
Okay, so you you see that Horny has managed to stun this woman, so you, with all the expertise of an ogre that only ogres really have, you grab her by the ankle and drag her over to the shaman, and then swing her by the ankle into the shaman. Can you roll me 5d6? And this is you got a fucking nat 20. Roll me 5d6, all right? And half of that's to her, and half of that's to him, and then roll another 5d6, and we'll do it again, just so it's equal between the two of them, I suppose. But
I mean, that makes sense.
so we'll call it 16 damage to each. Oh, no,
I'll say that.
Don't minus 16 from her AC, Dom. That would not help things. Okay. Right. So
I didn't let go.
okay.
If you're interested.
You didn't let go, so you
I was
kind of
hoping he might
smash
fall
it through. Oh, yeah, try. Let me make it. I'll be honest with you. Of all the things I was expecting, I really wasn't expecting improvised orcish weapon. So you swing her around.
It's not an improvised orcish weapon. It's just an improvised orc.
You swing the orc at him and crack them both together. There's a lot of cracking and impact of things as weapons hit each other, and the two have quite badly injured each other. He doesn't lose his footing, however. He does manage to keep himself stood somewhat up straight, but he now just has this look on his face of, what the fuck? Do you want to do anything else on your turn? Do you have anything else left?
Not really.
Alright then. Varen, you are up. You have got a wolf on top of you with a rider just behind. Fair warning, ranged attacks against the wolf will have disadvantage, and you're probably also going to struggle to hit the rider with a ranged attack purely because there's a wolf here.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I will instead switch to my my new sword.
Yep.
And in melee, would I have a chance to hit the rider?
So not from this position. Essentially, if you're behind or to the side of the wolf, you do, but from in front, actually just to the side, you have a chance to hit the rider. From in front, you don't. Just thinking wolf ass, you don't from behind.
In that case, I will kind of dance around the wolf.
Okay.
To this side, and then swipe up at the rider, doing like a sweet jump flip.
All right, so you do a sweet dodge roll out of the way of the wolf's snarling maw, then with a excellent kick flip with a skateboard you found somewhere. You swipe at the rider. Can you give me attack rolls, please? Okay. Sort of says she can. Fuck's sake. Okay, so your first swing does unfortunately fail to connect. He's able to kind of maneuver himself on the thingy well enough, so it doesn't. Your second one does, however, hit.
Yes.
So you do. Again, I have to make sure I don't minus this from the wrong one. So you do 5 points of slashing and 5 points of fire damage. As you swipe at the orc, the sword kind of ignites very briefly, and the fire kind of sparks out, and you can see that the wolf flinches and is now frightened.
Yes.
Let me add a fear icon for that. So it gets disadvantage on attacks against you and can only move away from you.
Cool. I am also going to use a key point to use my my new my deft strike, so I can add an extra d6 to the damage.
All right, go for it.
Where is it? Bam.
Okay, so that's an extra 3.
Thank you very much.
Very good.
And then I'm going to use another key point to do a flurry of blows.
All right then. With all the fury of Rigby attacking a rubber snake, you swing about for another 2 strikes. Go for it. Give me some rolls.
Bam. Bam.
Bam and bam. So with your fists, you deliver a flurry of blows, doing 15 points of damage. Very good. So the orc is quite badly beaten and bloodied at this point. He's taken a real beating and is not in great shape. Do you want to do anything else?
No, that'll be my turn.
All right.
Oh,
So now it is this orcish lady's turn. However, she is stunned, grappled, bullied, generally beaten up. So she doesn't do anything on her turn. But I will say, on her turn, out of one of the tents next to our little best mouse boy
What?
steps another shaman.
why are there so many female orcs?
Because that's what I found lots of sweet art for.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just checking. I just know it was like a weird theme we were
Yeah.
missing.
Yeah, no, there isn't a weird theme. Literally, it's just these are the characters who have come about yet, and this is the art I found.
Purely
So,
quality sound, that's why.
All right, now we go on to the shaman's turn. So it's immediately that lady shaman's turn, and she is going to swipe at the horny man directly in front of her. So,
Okay.
oh Christ, does an 8 hit?
Is horny painted white?
8 does not hit.
I didn't think so. Jesus. Yeah. So she, with a sickle in hand, makes a swing at you. However, given you're flying, you just kind of like yawn a bit and fly up and just goes completely under you. She misses disastrously. The other shaman, now that he's slightly cornered by the large ogre, he is also going to make a swing at you with his sickle. He gets advantage because you use reckless attack, correct?
It is.
Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
All right, take 5 slashing damage, please.
Is that reduced to 2?
Yes, it is. Yes. And I've just put a marker on you because you've been hit by one of the sickles. Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
Yep. Right. So now
He hasn't realised he's got to survive till next turn in order to actually do something to me.
So now we go on to the orcish rider. He's struggling to control his wolf, so he is going to attempt to swing at you again. Just you keep fucking with him, Varen. So he's going to try and swing at you. Let's see. Does a 15 hit?
No.
God damn. So he again swings at you because the wolf is bucking and is quite clearly terrified. He fails to connect entirely, and the swing goes wide. Now we cut to Finn of Clan Template. You're up.
So I'm gonna use one of my attacks to take another shot at the wolf. 'Cause,
Okay.
you know,
It is still
Fuck it.
marked, so go for it. A 14 does hit, and you do 14 damage. At this point, you are able to successfully get a really good strike on the wolf, and the wolf keels over dead as you get it right in the eye. It howls very, very loudly, however, as it does so. The Orcish rider does tumble off, and he is now prone. All right. So what else you got? That's
and
one of your
then
attacks.
I'm gonna sort of squeeze out through the tent,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and hit the orcish lady in the back of the leg with a sickle.
Not going for a testicle shot. It's interesting. Okay, carry on.
Well, you know, he has a basic grasp of anatomy.
All right, go for it. Roll me the attack.
Yeah, believe it or not, no bollock shots for the female orc.
Oh,
Okay.
Hunter's Mark shouldn't be there.
That's
Oh,
where
it's
he
just-
learned to get his
It's
biology
just a
badge.
4.
Oh right. Okay. No hunter's mark. Okay.
it's
So many
So
big shots on it.
let me just check one thing. So yep, that does hit. So you swing up and get a good crack on the back of her leg. I've just minus way more health than I should have. You did not hit that woman for 8,000. Sorry. So you get a good shot on her, and quite clearly the back of her leg has taken quite a bad hit. Anything else you want to do for your turn?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I could Hunter's
Alright.
Mark someone else, but what's the point? We're going to be dead soon.
All right then. So moving on. Now it would have been the wolf's turn. Unfortunately, you you killed it, or fortunately. I will say though, on the wolf's turn, you hear a howl from outside of the camp. Moving on to Horny, you're up.
Cool. So,
Now
Horny.
that your plaything's been taken away.
Pardon?
Right. Anybody else got the feeling we should try and get this under control before we just have to kill all of them?
Horny does not feel that way at all.
Right? Okay, so what I'm taking from that is Horny's in minced battle, therefore he's fully erect and can only kill things.
Exactly.
I haven't seen a nat 20 in a while, so I don't know about that.
He would like to. Well, he's a bit unhappy about this woman trying to hit him with the sickle, particularly as he's rather exposed. And
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Consequences are quite dire for you.
yeah, he's not considered becoming Jewish, but you know, it might happen. So he would like to.
This is aggressive missionary work. Yep.
Exactly. He would like to attack her by.
Mhm.
He's going to try and kick her in the face.
Okay then. I will say, just a free thing, you could maneuver to potentially try and flank this woman.
Oh,
With your
in fact,
mousy boyfriend.
I will try and do that. So if I move to here,
Yep, that's good.
and I'm going to kick her in her teeth.
Okay, roll
Right in
me
the
some
face.
unarmed strikes. Let's go.
I'm hoping to knock those teeth out. I mean, like, it's not a cool shot. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, of course.
That is not good. I will take a second attack.
Your first swing, you go wide, but it turns out it was all a feint. You bring back with the back of your heel and crack her across the back of the neck, we'll say.
And
7
because
damage, very good. Yep.
gain key points.
Yep.
I would like to make the attempt of flurry of blows.
All right, go for it. Yep.
I have a quick question.
Fire
What's
away.
up?
How many key points have you got?
6.
Yeah, they
And
have
each-
a number of their level.
Yeah, and each one of these so far has only costed 1 key point.
Yep.
So I do not have many left after this.
Go for it. Let's see your flurry of blows then. 2 more unarmed strikes. Okay, so 15 hits, and you've still got flanking advantage, so the 14 also hits. So
Cool.
you swing about after kicking her in the back of the head, and you got another leg. She didn't see that one coming. So you kick her again, get her right in the face. I just took that off her AC. I'm an idiot.
Suddenly
doesn't-
threes are hitting.
Doesn't matter actually. So you kick her with your other foot in the side of the face, and then you bring her back again for another finisher. Knock her down and out as you kick in her teeth, and she collapses to the ground.
Excellent.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
That will be my turn.
All right. With the end of your turn, the orcish lady is no longer stunned. She is, however, still grappled. Bill, it is your turn.
I do. What's my proficiency? But only 3, isn't it?
Yeah. So you'll
So-
lose 3 to your attack. Yep.
So I mean, my normal attack is a +9. Oh, well, that is a +1 weapon though, so it's +8. It's +5. It would be.
Yeah.
To hit the shaman. He's probably not got that high, is he? Didn't Dan just hit the other one with an 11?
He had
No,
advantage
14.
with the 14.
All right, but he hit with the 14. Still not bad. Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Go on then, roll me a maul just for argument's
Or
sake.
actually, hang on. No, let's be sensible about this. The
Okay.
sensible thing to do would be to throw her into the shaman and hopefully knock both of them over and then hit one more. Sorry, you're very quiet.
Huh?
I think Richard said something, but you're very quiet.
I didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought I heard someone say something. Anyway.
It might have been Ed. He just muted himself. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
No,
No,
I
I've
see.
been muted for a little while.
Who knows?
Yeah,
Go on,
I am-
so
I
you're
am-
gonna throw her into him then?
Yeah, I'll do another attack with her for the first one, but I'll let go of it this time.
Okay. Are you gonna make
With the
attack-
aim of knocking him over, hopefully.
Are you going to make this attack recklessly?
Yes.
Okay, go for it then. Because you would have disadvantage because she does. So that's -3 off of that, so that's a 17, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that still hits. Okay, so you go for a swing. It's not as damaging because she's no longer stunned, so she's not just kind of like, limp and just being used as a weapon. So if you could roll me 3d6, please, for your damage. Okay, so and that is split between them, so both of them take 4 damage. And he will make a saving throw to see if he stays stood up. Just a moment. He does not. Okay, so you let go of the orcish lady as you swing her about this time. She cracks into the shaman, who collapses to the ground. Let me put a marker on him for that. And she goes sprawling to the other side of him, also on the ground. Actually, no. Let me roll for her. 1 moment. Nope, yep, she goes sprawling to the ground as well. Dear God, stop these fucking trash saving throws. Right, I will say that is all of your attack action. You now can't make an attack with your maul. Would you like to do anything as a bonus action?
Wait, what? I've still got an attack, haven't
I feel like with an improvised weapon where you're throwing an orcish lady at one, that needs to be your only attack, I'm afraid.
I? Oh.
It's very powerful, but I can't allow you to just. Alright,
Yeah,
fuck
'cause
it,
you'd
because I
have-
let you have two. I let you have 2 attacks last time. You can have a maul attack. Go on then.
Yes.
And they are down on the ground, so it is crit territory. So.
Yeah, I'll
Go on.
insta-crit the shaman.
Okay, go for it. Roll me an attack. All right. So you bring about your mace, having smashed this lady into him, and whereabouts on him would you like to hit with your maul?
Crotch.
Okay, you
Oh, no.
absolutely flatten his crotch with your maul. It's paste now, and you just watch as the life clearly drains out of him, along with a lot of blood. Somewhere distantly, you feel like a mouse is giving you a thumbs up.
He is definitely doing that.
Yeah.
Has
Okay.
the weird magic feeling gone from me now, where he hit with his sickle?
Oh yes, that does fade. Yes, let me take that off. There you go.
That's better. That was that.
Uh,
Bill's weird magic instinct was making him feel like very nervous about that.
All right. So now we cycle on to Varen. Varen, you're up.
All right. Varen's gonna look down at the man, the orc in front of him.
Yep.
And just kind of casually hold his sword up and then just kind of stab it down into him.
All right, give me an attack roll. This is an instant crit as well. So many dice here. This. Oh god. Okay. So 13 doesn't actually hit him.
All right, I'll go again.
So he is able to roll out of the way of the first one. Second one does hit him. Second one gets him. Can you give me another D10 and a D6 to finish off the damage, please? Thank you.
10.
Okay.
D6.
That's pretty much exactly it, and by pretty much I mean literally exactly it to stab him through the chest and impale him quite well. So he is now definitely dead. You have a bonus action and your movement remaining. What would you like to do? I will say, on the wolf's last turn, when the wolf died, it howled, and you did hear another howl coming from this direction. I don't know if you saw that ping.
No, where was it? Sorry.
Do it again. It's kind of up here
Behind
in
the
the
tents.
northwest, behind the tents. Yep.
Okay. I suppose then in that case, what I will do if I hear that, I'm just gonna rush over. I can't really hold the bonus action, but what I will do is I will run over. I'll run over this way.
Okay.
Here, and then I will adopt a defensive stance.
All right. Paste the defensive stance bit in for me, thank you.
Where is it? So it's key stuff, isn't it?
Mhm.
Boop, 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 boop. Oh, patient defense. That was it.
Smashing. Okay, so that's dodge, and that's you people get disadvantage when they try and attack you or something?
Yeah.
It's like +5 to your AC.
Yeah,
okay.
they get disadvantage when they attack me.
All right, so that is your turn. Now we move on to the orc lady's turn, and she finally gets a turn. Dad, you absolute bastard!
I'm not that upset.
That was amazing. Honestly, I'm very impressed. So she stands up. Jesus fucking Christ! Yeah, okay. I'm very impressed by that, to be honest with you. She hang on. What? How much health has she got left? Let me check. Okay, so she, with her bow still out, makes some kind of swipe and rolls out of the way over here. I'll say, Bill, you actually can't make an attack of opportunity against her unless you've got some other crazy feat you want to show off, because she has used disengage to get away from you. She then moves over to here. Brings about her bow, and she's going to make a couple of shots against you. Now, you reckless attacked when you swung her as a weapon, right?
I did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So she has got advantage on these attacks against you. So, boom, boom. Does a 14 hit?
No.
Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay, you take 7 piercing damage, cut in half to 3.
Oh no.
And the... Oh, actually, sorry, there's a... Whoops. Sorry, hang on. Let me...
Sorry, we're not going anywhere.
There we go. Sorry, I just had to roll it again because I forgot to add something onto the attack. So that was 7 piercing damage, and there's actually another 4 piercing damage on top of that.
So an extra 2.
Yeah, an extra 2 piercing damage. So 5 all in all. And that is her turn so far. But you can see she is holding a war horn like on her belt that she's now got her hand on quite definitively.
Ooh.
Yeah. So now it would have been the shaman's turn. So yeah, it's the shaman's turn. At this point, nothing happens. Oh. Now we move on to the next turn, which would have been the Orc Rider's turn.
I
Actually,
hope nothing happens. He's dead.
I can bin that turn off, can't I? Let me do that.
Yep.
I hope I didn't just bin somebody else's turn off. Okay, good.
See, I'm concerned now because he's binned off the rider, but not the shaman.
Who knows what's going on? Now it is Finn of Clan Template. It is your turn.
I think. Can I pick up this lady's sickle as a bonus action?
Yeah, I'll say so. Yeah.
Is it just a normal sickle?
A
magic thing?
At your very quick impression, it looks just like a normal sickle, but you aren't a wizard. You can roll. You can take an action to roll an Arcana check on the sickle if you want.
It's cool. I'll just put it in my... Strap it to my... I was going to be like, put it in my pocket, but then I'm a mouse. So
this is a normal person-sized sickle. For you, it's like a two-hander. So.
So I guess I'm just gonna sort of step out and maybe move a bit further till I can see round Bill.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna shoot at the lady with my bow.
Okay. Make your rolls. Go for it. All right then. So your first one with a 16 does hit. So you're able to get, barely hits, but definitely gets her. Nice shot on the arm. Then you swing about again and fire off a second arrow very rapidly. And this one is a good hit. You get her nice in the shoulder. It's a very good hit, and that's gonna have some impact on her. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
All right, very good. So pocketing in finger quotes the sickle. That's your turn. Now we move on to the wolf's turn. Now that wolf is dead. However, at this point, there is another tremendous howl as a wolf emerges up on this platform up here. I have to get the placement right. There we go. Who appears to be being ridden by what looks like one of the shamans. I appreciate it's a little out of the fog of war, so I'm just going to do this real quick. Ooh, that one. There we go. And that wolf has taken its action, so that's that. Now it is Horny, your turn.
Cool. Horny would like to fly. He will use one of his remaining 2 key points to use Step of the Wind.
Okay.
To use the dash action as a bonus action.
Okay, very good.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. So you can make it all the way there.
Very good. Yep.
Short. And he will attack.
All right, go for it. I'd say
like
show me some weapon swings, but you're naked.
My idea, I think, is that he's doing he's flying forwards, both fists out.
All right, you're going to Superman this lady then.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Go for it.
So both attacks.
Okay, so flying, gracefully past Bill, maybe high-fiving him on the way, choice is yours, or just, rubbing your penis on him, whatever floats your goat. You fly at this woman with both fists out. Unfortunately, you were hoping you were going to get her with both of them. You misjudge it a little bit, but you do kind of accidentally get a really good right hook on her. So that does 8 damage. The second one, unfortunately, doesn't hit. Anything else for you?
Can I use... Stunning Strike?
Yep, go for it. So it's a con.
God, this bitch is going to be so sick of you.
I know, right?
Yeah, right.
Con save DC 14, and that will be my final key point.
She's stunned.
That resignation in your voice.
She has a really good con as well.
This is bullshit.
All right, yeah, I know, dude. I feel it too, man. Okay. Is that your turn then?
It's everything I can do.
All right, Bill, you are up. Bear in mind there is a wolf just to the north of you and a stunned orcish lady in front of you.
You read my mind.
Yep.
I'm going to step over here, and I forgot I have reach.
You do, yes.
So I'll pick her up from there.
Are you going to go for another grapple attempt?
Yeah, but she's stunned, so I just win.
She is stunned, so yep, you grab her. Okay.
I'm going to
find that icon again.
Try and make her slightly more aerodynamic.
Yep.
And then catapult her at the wolf.
Okay, you're going to have disadvantage on this roll. Can you reckless attack for a ranged attack?
I've done it with the turtle before.
I think you get
Andy's done it as well.
advantage on strength checks.
On melee weapon attack rolls using strength.
We've just been doing it wrong then.
We've just been doing it wrong.
I'm gonna
use strength to throw her. So...
I'll say you can make this as a flat roll. This would normally be at disadvantage. So
yeah, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because the reckless attack will what I do is cancel it out. So.
All right, you're going to attempt to throw the orcish lady at the wolf. All right, give me the attack. It's -3 off of it, and it's a flat roll. So go for it.
I'm just gonna. I have an attack for a javelin. I'm just gonna roll that, and then we can.
Whichever one, really. Yep. Oh shit! All right.
So I have no proficiency, so that's -3. That makes it 20.
Okay. Just a moment.
Got the strength, so that's a 5, and I rolled a 15, so I got 20.
Yeah, I'm just doing one quick thing. Making a personal note to myself to never allow you to succeed on stunning strike ever again. I mean, something else.
What I have noted definitively is that in 2 levels' time, I get another API and another feat, and I'm so taking fucking Brawler.
Oh, I'm taking Grappler.
Okay, so with surprising proficiency, you grab the orcish lady by her feet, and then steadying her with your other hand, you fling her at the wolf, which she crashes into with just... this is not an attack anybody is really anticipating. Can you roll me 5d6, please?
I just
it's so much damage.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
don't have grappler, can't take it, don't have enough strength.
You know, the best bit is that she's going to hit the wolf, bounce off, and then fall to the ground and take more damage.
so this is actually high enough that she doesn't take full damage. Thankfully,
Oh,
I assumed
it's
it was-
just
I assumed
it's
it was
yeah.
10 feet.
This is like 5-ish feet tall. It's not
Oh, right.
particularly
I
tall.
assumed it was 10.
No, sorry, yes. So she crashes into the wolf. While she appears okay, putting that in finger quotes because she does not in any way appear okay. The wolf, it looks like one of her daggers may have gotten lodged in the wolf. The wolf really took a hit from that.
This is ridiculous. This is great.
And I want you to know, I refuse to give you another attack after that. I refuse. Outright, I refuse.
I thought Brian the grapple was the first
Okay,
attack.
good,
The second one.
All right, good.
Grappling is an attack. That's fair.
Yeah. Anything else on your turn?
Well, there's no other limp orc to throw at anything, so no.
Okay, so that ends your turn. Varen, it is your turn now. Oh, she
Well,
is.
so-
Is
Oh, here
he
it is.
female prone?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now.
Right.
There we go.
That was important.
All right, Baron's gonna run up with the most honor
Of course.
and stab this defenseless woman on the floor.
All right. Give me an attack roll. Go for it. All right. Hefting the sword above your head, you bring it down on this poor orcish woman who's gotten to make like one attack this whole thing. And this isn't the last fight of the combat, but how do you want to do this, I suppose?
Yeah.
Given the beating this poor woman has taken.
She's done more damage to her allies than she has to us.
Yes, she has. Yes, she has.
I suppose, like, kind of just nonchalantly kind of strolls up and then just kind of like flips his sword and just like plunges it down again.
All right, very good.
That's another one, like he's just stabbing litter.
So you walk up, and although it's well known you've got lots of grace and expertise with your weapons, this one appears like you do a little bit of a flourish, and you just kind of stab down, almost as if you were just planting it in the ground, and you impale it through this woman's chest. I will say you could potentially you could move forward a bit, and you could attack at the wolf.
Yes,
you would
I
have
will.
disadvantage at the attack.
Okay.
So you can move forward and make the swing at the wolf if you'd like.
Sure. Why
Okay.
not? Would I be
Go
able
for
to get up onto this platform with it?
Oh yeah, if you'd like, you can try and get up on the platform. It is only
Yeah.
it's not that tall of a platform, so you could make this jump as part of your movement because you weren't
Yeah.
too far away, were you?
Yeah, I'll do that. One,
All right, go for it.
2, 3. There we go. Up here.
As you're now level with the wolf, can you make a perception check?
Ooh, okay. Nope.
Ooh, okay, right. When you get up to this level, and I'll say before you make your swing, just to give you an opportunity to take advantage of this information, you notice that what you thought was just kind of saddle and barding around the wolf actually appears to be another orc clinging to the bottom of this wolf. So there is, in fact, another one here.
Oh shit!
You can see,
They're secret surprise orcs.
who you can choose to make a swing at if you'd like instead.
I think I do want to take out the wolf still. I will go for him. And hopefully this one's scared of fire as well. I will make a slash with that.
All right. So unfortunately, your swing doesn't hit. And while the fire is kind of going off because it isn't hitting directly next to the wolf, it doesn't scare it. Actually, I should just really quickly roll this guy's initiative, but I'm going to preset it to be with the cleric. It's an 11. That works perfectly.
And
he goes with the cleric, just so you can see.
and then I'm going to use a key point.
Yep.
And do patient defense.
Okay, very good. So you take the dodge action on your turn. Right,
Yep.
Now we move on. Now, it would have been Lady Orc's turn, but she's like super fucking dead. So now it is the shaman's turn, and the sneaky guy is also going to take a turn. Having been rumbled by you, he's going to go straight for you. So he leaps off of the wolf and in one kind of swift movement claws at you. Does a 5 hit?
No.
Does a 19 hit? Ha!
Yes.
Yes. You take 12 points of slashing damage.
Minus 12. Yep.
And the rogue then attempts to leap off of the platform, and you can take an attack of opportunity against him if you'd like.
I absolutely will.
Go for it. Yep.
Shit.
So you make a swing, but he's too quick. He slides back under the wolf and leaps off the other side. That is near. Yep. He then readies himself, looking as if he's about to jump on Bill. Now it is the shaman's turn. She, from atop this wolf, is going to raise her hands again and conjure lightning. Now she's going to be looking at you, Varen, and at Bill again because he's an ogre. He's big. So does a. Are you fucking seriously? Does a 6 hit?
No.
Either of you?
Disadvantage.
Yeah, didn't fucking think so somehow. So she conjures up lightning and then blasts it out with both of her hands, but the wolf is moving too much. Her shots just go completely wild, and she just blasts the ground randomly. Finn, your turn.
So I'm gonna run up to this guy,
Mhm.
and now that I have 2 sickles, now dick hits sharper.
Go for it. Bring it on, little man.
Dick hit 2.0.
Just gonna ba-boom,
Oh.
swing at the dick.
Okay, both of those hit. So you come at him like a crazed fucking windmill, going straight for that orc penis. And both of your swings go off, and you're pretty certain, like, you got something there. You don't know what, but like you got something. Your sickle comes back. Your sickle comes back bloody, and you know where you're striking. So you've got a bonus action. Anything else you want to do?
I'll use my bonus action to point and laugh.
All right, you point and laugh. Make an intimidation check, I guess.
Pull this off so much because I want scared of a
I
stupid
really
little-
do.
No.
Oh shit! Hang on. Let me check. He's got a. It's successful. He is afraid of you now.
I'm the scariest little cute mouse you've ever seen.
He is kind of like, oh Jesus, what the fuck is that? And is that your turn?
Yeah,
All right.
it's gone
then.
so much better than I expected.
That really did. Moving on to the wolf. Now, this is a very badly injured wolf, but it does leap down in an attempt to get away from you, Varen. Now, you've already made your attack of.
Oh yeah,
opportunity
well, use
attack,
my
so you can't.
reaction.
So it leaps down here and goes straight for Finn, being a mouse. So Wolf 1 is going to swing at you, Finn, and Finn does a 24 hit.
Oh, I mean, yeah. A little
Okay.
bit.
You take 11 piercing damage, and can you make a strength saving throw, please? Oh, okay. Oh, you make it. So the wolf comes down and bites at you, and being that you're quite tiny, you're actually pretty positive that the wolf was just trying to, like, grab you in its mouth. But you are able to dodge out of the way, but unfortunately the claws still they get you quite badly on the shoulder. So you aren't grappled, but it did still definitely get you. Now,
I mean, at my
that is
size, I
the
think
wolf's
it's just
turn. Now
a
it is-
singular claw.
I want it known, I literally had specific text in some of these abilities for if it's attacking a mouse because you're a mouse. Horny, your turn. So there is a wolf, a shaman, and the sneaky boy left. He's down here.
Sorry.
That's
Sorry. Apologies. Say again.
It's your turn.
Cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
I will fly
Yep.
because I can do that. And I'm going to go for another because it was fun.
Mhm.
Two-handed Superman punch.
Who are you going for?
I'm going to be going for this guy here.
Okay, go for it. Do you want to put yourself somewhere I can see you because you're
Hey,
underneath
yeah, no,
the
it's
ogre?
I'm flying above the ogre.
Okay, yep.
I'm going to come down like on the top of the head of the orc.
All right, go for it. I will
But
just.
I'm going to maneuver myself so that I'm on this side, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I'm flanking
Yep.
ideally.
Okay, so you kind of fly around, using the tower for your advantage, and then striking at the guy's head. Make me some attack rolls then.
I will do said attack rolls.
All right. Well, one fist is hitting, and the other fist is hitting. You come in, and both of your fists strike cleanly on this guy.
Yeah.
And quite clearly, it hurts him. It hurts him badly. He's looking confused. There's a fucking mouse attacking him from one side, and now a naked gnome. Like, what the fuck is happening? You've got a bonus action remaining. Anything you want to do?
And for bonus action, can I do anything for my bonus action? I don't think I can.
Pointing and laughing is quite effective.
Pardon?
This guy doesn't like it when you point and laugh at him. He gets scared.
I will point and laugh at him, but I won't be pointing with my hands.
All right. Make an intimidation roll.
Yes, I will do said that. I mean, like, midly. Charisma, not my strongest point.
Right. He rolled really bad. What is up with my rolls today? So he is now. He then kind of turns and sees you and is like, "What the fuck is going on?" He is also afraid of you now.
Excellent.
There's another scaredy point thing on him. All right, Bill Ironguts. It is your turn now. You got 3 enemies left.
Hello, doggy.
Big angry doggy. Okay, you going for the doggy? All right then. You swing about with your maul. First one, you crack the wolf right on its side. It's definitely, you can feel things in there breaking. The wolf is still kind of got a bit of fight, still wants to go for it, but you just swing back around and crush the wolf's head. The wolf collapses dead on the ground, and the shaman falls off and falls to the ground.
Bye-bye, doggy.
All right. Anything for your bonus action?
Point and
I've
laugh
used
at the
up-
little guy.
I've used up all my urine on the dead orc below me already, so I can't piss in the scaredy cat.
No, but
So-
really, you just piss yourself when you try that.
You can point and laugh at him. See if we can make him scared of all of us.
I'm just gonna like sort of look at wave my maul at the dead wolf and then point with it at the scared man to my right.
Okay then.
I pointedly gesture with my maul, making it very clear that he's next.
Okay. I would say make an intimidation roll, but unfortunately, it's only when you've attacked him successfully that you get the chance at the fear thing. That's why they were getting to make it, because they hit with both of their attacks against him. So
That's fair.
you don't get to scare him, but you're definitely he's definitely reconsidering his life choices right now. Baron, you are up now. Two bad guys.
Yes. So,
Kill the brown guy.
I think you guys got him well in hand here. There. I don't like the idea of these magic men, so I'm gonna 1, 2, 4, 5. So I'm perfectly flanking them.
Like I said, kill the brown guy.
All right, make the roll.
Oh, I thought the other one was prone. Never mind.
He's prone.
Scared out of his wits. Yep. All right, you swing about with the sword of Sir Shitcan. It does hit. Can you do another D10 and a D6 for the extra damage, because she is down?
D6. Yeah.
I think I've never truly appreciated quite how dramatically powerful knocking people prone is.
It's really powerful. Like, if you can do it reliably. Okay, so you swing about with the sword on her while she's down on the ground. You get a really good strike kind of across her chest. She is still alive, however.
I'm gonna do it again.
Go for it. Yep. Okay, at this point, you get bored of the game a little bit, so you just kind of go back to your very casual mode, do a little flourish, and just stab it through her neck, kind of leaning on the sword a little bit, like, yes, right, what was I doing? Sorry. So she is so dead. All right. Is there anything else you want to do with your bonus action and your movement, or
I would
We've
like
done
to-
some. We've done some.
I would
really
like
good
to
stuff.
come over here. One. Oh, sorry. The 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Over here, and use my bonus action to punch this guy over here.
okay, can you do that? I thought it was a flurry of blows had to be on the same target. Am I-
New as part of my martial arts. Let me paste it.
Yeah, I was going to say go for it.
It's as a bonus action, I can make one unarmed strike. If I use flurry of blows, that lets me use a key point to make 2.
Of course, that's on me. Go for it. Roll the unarmed strike against the sneaky boy.
Pow.
Okay, so you, after just deftly removing her from the equation, walk over and just punch him in the face. So he's now bleeding from a bloody nose, but he's still very much alive. He's just terrified of everything that's happening around him. Anything else on your turn? I believe that's all your action and bonus action.
I will sneer with derision.
Okay, you
flip
give off
my
a good
beautiful
sneer.
hair.
It's one of your best ones. Please roll sneer for me. Nat 20, obviously. Okay, now it is Sneaky Boy's turn. Now, he's terrified of the 2 tiny creatures around him, and just thoroughly confused by this fancy boy who's come to him. But there's an ogre in front of him, and he knows how ogres work. So he leaps at the ogre and tries to stab at you with his claw hands. So does a 23 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, take 8 slashing damage, cut in half to 4. And does a 19 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, take 6 slashing damage, cut in half to 3.
Yeah.
And he is going to try and climb you. So can you make an athletics check, please?
Yes. With advantage.
Yep, because you are raging, aren't you? So... okay. He tries to climb you, to climb over onto the back of you to get a good angle on you, but you're just kind of able to shrug, and he just falls back down onto the ground. He doesn't fall prone, however, but he is now just on the ground. And that is his turn. That would be the Jarman's turn, but she's dead. Finn, you are up. It is just you and Rogie Boy, and he's not looking great. Go for it.
So I still have 2 sickles.
You do still have 2 sickles, yes.
And I haven't quite finished with his dick.
Oh,
That's
God.
what she said.
Our business
Okay.
is unfinished.
Both of your sickle strikes hit. You swing them around, and
God,
again
not the
you're
best rolls.
windmilling. It's quite damaging, really. Now physical damage you're doing, you're not entirely certain where this ranks in terms of destroying this guy, but morale damage, it's a fucking nat 20, man. You swing back again, and you can see he's just oh my Jesus, oh my God, anything else on your turn?
No, that's it. I'm not
That's
even going to point
just-
and laugh at him this time. Just
dick and bull torture. Okay, Wolf's turn. Wolf is dead. Horny, you're up.
Excellent.
He's looking very beat up. He is barely still there. He is just made of fear. Go for it.
Excellent.
go for the dick.
So what I would like to do,
Yep.
is I would like to fly 20 feet up
Okay.
directly above his head,
Yep.
and then fly down 20 feet and essentially elbow drop him.
All right. Can you give me an attack roll? And if it's successful, we'll add. I think it's 1d6 for every 10 feet. So
Amazing.
we'll add 2d6 onto the damage if you hit with your first attack.
Okay.
So fingers
Okay.
crossed.
Oh no.
Oh no!
No.
So you fly up into
Oh,
the air.
Question: would I have advantage because of Mouse Boy and flanking?
Wait, no, I think you've got advantage because he's scared of you.
Well, I think all of those things combined, I do kind of have to give you advantage. So roll me those 2d6, please. So you fly into the air. You prepare your elbow, give it a quick slap for good luck. It's
Roll that
alright,
just to
I
you.
see it. And bring it down on top of this roguey boy, and you deal exactly his remaining hit points, and he collapses to the ground. impaled on his own claws. He's just completely dead. Blood starts pouring out of him, and the whole arena goes quiet. The whole camp is dead.
Oh,
Quick question: is he wearing
Yeah.
a belt?
Yes, he is.
I would like to take the belt off him and hold it in the air.
All right, Horny then grabs the belt off of this guy, tugs it off a little, stuck on some stuff. His trousers fall down a bit, holds it up in the air, declaring himself the champion.
Yes.
Everybody else is a little confused by this. Why is a man who doesn't wear trousers fighting over a belt?
They don't need to know. It's a gnome thing.
It's a gnome thing. Very well. So you have successfully cleared out the entire Orcish camp in a rather brutal fashion, it should be said. Everything about how you have fought the orcs, Bill informs you quite calmly now, is entirely in keeping with Orcish custom, really. You fought them in a 1v1, then it developed into more of a fight, and you've won that fight handily. So you commence looting the encampment. Can I get some investigation rolls from you guys? And you've got advantage on that, right, Ed?
Ooh, yes, maybe.
I have advantage.
Yes.
Make your rolls while I plug in my headset.
Wow.
But I do have a -2 to it. So let's hope that evens out.
Okay,
Not-
so the
not
highest
well.
investigation we have is a 12. Okay, that's perfectly fine. So you search around in the camp and notice that these body parts that are dotted around here, Horny, you as the group leader, after Varon kind of identifies them and kind of raises up some key points with tattoos. Yes, thank you. That's an accurate portrayal of what's happening right now.
Yep.
Especially the fact that we can't see any clothes.
Exactly.
You're able to identify from tattoos and markings that these body parts and pieces here are the remainders of the last group from the Evil League of Evil who came to the Orcish Khanate.
Cool.
You find lots of assorted correspondence, and it appears that this camp had come to this point to meet not with representatives from the Evil League of Evil. However, it was actually supposed to be meeting with people from the Neutral League of Neutrality to discuss trade caravan routes through the Orcish Khanate territories. Now, I'm sure you're interested in items, so I will say you find off of the. Oh, by the way, you know the green orc lady, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the war chief of this camp. So
Yeah, I remember you saying.
she had lots of fun stuff she was gonna do. Apparently not. So you
did
do
take
find
a proper
her.
beating.
She really did. You just bullied her. So you find her cloak, which is of orcish make and is quite clearly made of wolf pelt, and also the way it kind of flows will protect you from ever being flanked. If somebody tries to get around you, they won't have the advantage roll. So that's an item you can choose to dole out. Also, Horny, while pillaging the rogue that you defeated, you find his grappling claws that he had on, which was how he was holding on to the wolf.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
So do I find both these items?
So I'll say that the cloak is found by Varon, given his
That's
role,
fine.
but I will say you find the claws.
Holy shit. That's really cool.
I am going to take said claws. And
Is there anything a bit more orky?
I am going to give them
Uh-huh.
to Mouse Boy.
Okay. So Mouseboy will take the claws. You can decide on how to use them. The orcish cape, you guys can fight over or anything like that. You're asking for something more orky, are you, Bill?
Yeah, I don't know, like something a bit more bloody.
You
Okay,
find
so-
the
Well, there are body parts all over this camp. If you're after body parts, like, take your fucking, There's also the while they're both shattered, there are the magical drums that were in the center. You're not certain what they did, but those are something you could take if you want. There's lots of assorted weaponry around the camp, so if any of you are after, more cleavers, anything like that, all of that stuff is dotted around here. But generally, this is quite clearly just a kind of a lookout camp. I will say you can find, to your heart's content, as much kind of like saddles and tackle for wolf and warg riding. There is tons of it in this camp because that is quite clearly the main focus of this camp.
Doesn't
Do they have a cart here, so we could just load it up and?
I will say
shit
there
home.
is a cart of some description. Can
hang on.
Bill? Yeah,
Sorry,
go on.
No, you
I was
finish.
going to say, Bill, can you just roll me a survival check, by the way? Just you. Okay. So, and you did have advantage on it, by the way. I didn't say, but so Bill, with his knowledge of orcs, is able to take one look at this camp and tell you you have not killed all of the orcs that belong to this camp. There will be parties of hunters or vanguards or something outside of the camp which will be returning at nightfall. So you probably don't want to stay too long, or alternatively, you could try and take over the camp. Choice is yours.
I mean, the job was to try and establish some kind of working relationship. If we say,
Mhm.
"Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, boys, shall we?" And Baron goes to try and start moving a body, and then realizes it's going to be strenuous, and so he just directs Bill to do it. And if we pile the bodies up here, and then
Okay.
when they turn up, we shall just be lounging upon the fallen corpses of their leaders, and they will surely have to accept us into their warm greenish bosoms with open arms.
All right. Is that what you guys want to do?
What if we just told them that we found it like this?
No, because they recognise strength. What Horny would like to happen is for somebody to cut the head off of the war chief and wear it like this.
That is an option if you'd like to do that as well.
Yep.
Right.
He recommends that it be Bill, because Bill is big.
Bill is big.
Wow.
So you
Sizes.
want me to wear the hat?
Yes, the hat. Yep, the hat.
Oh no, I think if Bill's going to wear any heads, he's going to make he's going to. So Bill's been plotting.
Oh dear.
Bill's going to do a couple of things. So Bill's going to take the kind of grey-looking wolf.
Yep.
Strip some wolf hide off of that and fashion it into a we're talking super rudimentary belt,
Okay.
and then wear all the heads of the people we've killed hanging off the belt by the hair. A nice head belt.
Nice.
All right. Given you're an ogre, I'm not going to make you make a roll for this. So you're able to adeptly skin the wolf and fashion yourself kind of a very rudimentary trophy belt. This is the kind of thing you're used to field stripping and preparing. Now, is the plan to lounge around on the bodies or on the stand behind the bodies?
I'm going to sit on the stand, kicking my legs with the bodies in front of me.
All right.
Maul across my knees, head belt there. The other thing I was going to do was get one of the wolf harnesses and get someone with more deft on the blade than me to kind of slim it down a bit and see if we can't make I want to say saddle harness so that the mouse boy can sit on my shoulders during combat without falling off.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
I'm proficient in smith's tools.
Because he'd be 10 feet above the ground, so he's actually out of melee range of anybody around us. So he can just sit on my shoulders and shoot things.
Yeah, but how will I whip dicks?
There is that. Yeah, you can always.
It's a very important consideration.
Track yourself and jump down if you feel an urge to hit a dick.
Oh, I'm gonna feel that urge. I will. What do I need to roll?
Okay, right. So I'll say you guys, you strip the bodies, create a pile there. And then while you're kind of sat on your throne, as Bill informs you, oh, they'll be here at some point before sundown. That's when you change. And to pass the time, you fashion from the orcish saddles and all of the you've got a lot of wolf hides now. You're able to fashion some kind of saddle. If you can roll me smith's tools and wisdom or intelligence, I guess. If Mouse Boy's
fair, I think
Yep.
it doesn't have to be this small. We can just make a generic harness for somebody to be able to sit on my back if need be. It doesn't have to be the small boy.
Well, I'll say, given your size, and Finn's size, so Finn could probably just about stay on you in combat without a saddle. With this saddle, now I'd say also somebody the size of Horny could also stay on you. Varen could, but he might fall off. It would be a bit unstable. But like Mouseboy can stay on you. Like there's like he's got like a fucking he's got saddlebags on you now, mate. Like so.
My thinking was that it would be Mouseboy and Varen. Finn and Varen are the ones with the longbows. The sensible,
Yeah.
It's a sensible place for them to be. It's out of reach.
Okay. Well, we'll look at that, and I'll see if I can't create something more specific for that, maybe. So, to pass the time, you fashion some kind of saddle for the ogre, and almost like clockwork, when when kind of the sun goes down, you hear horns of approaching riders, and I have to make sure I get these right. Ooh, there we go. And appearing at the gate is one orc on foot, who's quite clearly been injured in a battle or something like that, but is still going, and one orc atop a wolf. Unlike the other wolves, this one is fully dressed for battle, and is fully armored. They both arrive and see you atop your pile of corpses and kind of staring at you. So who's going to talk? What are you going to say? Go on.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you come in. Do make yourself at home.
You're right, lads. Horny
So
would like
the
to be sitting on a corpse.
the injured orc kind of steps forward and just kind of surveys the scene. There's a lot of blood drag marks from where you've been dragging these corpses around to make this pile. It's a pretty gnarly scene in front of you, and he just kind of looks at all of it, looks at you, and then he kind of raises one of his hands and hits it on his chest in a sign of respect. And then he kind of nods and says, "What can I do for you?"
The zombie wolf.
He again, as did the other one, kind of looks away from the ogre and looks at you, Varen.
As my dear friend here so aptly put, we represent a certain organization, the Evil League of Evil, and we have been tasked to create a working relationship with your fine Carnate. We have services we can offer in the form of more mounts for you boys and lasses. If all you would do is simply lend your aid to our cause.
So the orc kind of like rubs his chin a bit and turns to his colleague, and they almost have a very quick conversation in Orcish. You just hear "Gorak not law, d'accord." He then turns back to you, nods, and says, "We will take you to the Khan." And that is where I'm going to end the session.